Hello! My goodness, a sharp cut. Welcome to High Rollers D&D, the D&D show here on twitch.tv/yogscast and twitch.tv/High Rollers D&D. Welcome, friends, to this new adventure. I am your Dungeon Master, Mark Sherlock Humes. Joining me this week, we have Trot and Tim.
Tot and Com.
And on the other side,
Tim
and Ron.
Rihanna.
Tom and Rihanna, yes,
Yeah.
sorry.
Under my umbrella.
I don't know what's wrong with me
Ella,
today.
rain
Don't worry
Ella.
about it. No Katie this week, as she is in Scotland, seeing babbies and having a lovely time, judging by her Instagram, off in forests. So it's just all of us today. I will be playing the role of Ayla, as always. Welcome, friends. As always. I'm playing all of you, actually.
Oh.
No.
Oh.
Just Mark
You have to sit here and listen to
I'd
me
like
talk
to
to
watch
myself
that.
for 3 hours. Welcome, friends. A couple of quick things to run through before we get started.
Thick quings.
What?
You almost said thick quings instead of quick things.
Thick queens?
A couple of thick queens.
I like how...
Mark will remember this.
No!
Big thank you to our sponsors for this week. As always, our first sponsor is D&D Beyond.
Yeah!
D&D Beyond. We love them. They've been with us for a long time. We love using them. Official D&D digital tool set. They've got a compendium, character builder, all sorts of cool stuff. They've got a Discord. They've got their own D&D show, Heroes of the Veil, with Todd Kendrick you can check out. They've got tons of stuff coming. They've got the Artificer now from Unearthed Arcana is on there. So you want to make your own Artificer, you can do that. But also, for High Rollers fans, it's your last chance to use code WARMPLATES.
Yes.
Warm Plates, which gets you 25% off their Legendary bundle. That's all of the D&D books released so far, 15% off all future books, and it's like a saving of over $100 because it's everything. It's one big package.
Crazy.
It's really worth it. I've seen quite a few people saying that they bit the bullet, they got it, just because to catch up on all the books.
You get all future stuff as well, right?
You get 15% off all future stuff.
That's pretty
So
sweet.
But you get
$100
everything
plus.
up till now. Yeah. So you can say that. That's Warm Plate. Use that code. Yeah, it's really good. It takes it from being like $425 for everything to like $300-ish dollars, which if you add up the individual prices of going out and buying the books, is way cheaper.
Yeah.
So it's a really good way of doing it. That's Warm Plate, code Warm Plates on D&D Beyond. Big thank you, D&D Beyond. Thanks for sponsoring us since the beginning of Aerois.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they got some cool stuff. Go check them out. Like I said, they got Heroes of the Veil. That's their own D&D Twitch show. They got the Discord. They got all the new updates to the compendium, all that stuff to check out. Our next sponsor is Display. Which plate? Is it that
Display.
plate?
This one.
That plate, display, in
Display.
fact.
This plate, in fact. Rhiannon, this is one of yours?
It's
Yeah, what is this
mine.
haunting visage?
It's from Studio Ghibli. It's the forest spirit.
Princess Mononoke.
Yeah,
Kodama.
it's like my favourite Studio Ghibli
It
film.
is creepy, though. That
Little
this
ghost
guy,
is
creepy.
like, the
I
ghosts are
love
cute,
him.
but he is creepy.
I love
creepy
him.
face.
Creepy.
He's great.
There you go,
Oh.
Forest Guardian.
He's so cool.
So Display, never buy a frame again. These
No
are
frames.
high quality metal prints with gorgeous artwork on it. They work with artists all across the world, big brands like Marvel, Star Wars, loads of cool stuff. You can go and check them out. There should be a link in chat to go and check out our collection.
And
which has
description.
got, and the description of the video. Thank you, Tom. That you can go check out. You can see our collection. It's got a bunch of ours on there. We did a giveaway last week, which a few of us still need to sign in and we can get sent off. We did a giveaway. We'll be doing another giveaway soon at some point. You can use code HIGHROLLERS15 to get 15% off any purchase. It doesn't have to be one of ours. It can be any display that you want.
Including this one.
Including that one
including
from
that
our
boy.
collection.
Yeah.
Never buy a frame again. I like that. That was Rihanna's
buy
little
frames
phrase.
again.
I've got like 3 up in my flat.
Yeah, I
Same.
think pretty much all of you do except
We've got
me, 'cause I
so
don't have
many,
space.
yeah.
Just
Yeah.
put magnets on the wall and just...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Perfect. Tunk. Then just quick things, just a reminder about TwitchCon, April 13th to 14th. We're going to be there on the Glitch stage, 3:30 p.m. on the Saturday. It's going to be all of us doing a live show at TwitchCon. We're also going to be walking around the show, so if you're going, you might bump into us, say hi, grab a picture.
Yeah.
We're looking forward to it, looking forward to seeing people, hanging out with a bunch of cool peeps. So come and see us at TwitchCon. But then also, if you can't come to TwitchCon, come to YogCon! You're August 3rd to 4th, I believe.
Yes.
It's here in Bristol in the UK. For High Rollers fans, we're going to be doing another live show at YogCon. It's going to be like one of the main stage things that we do. There is also going to be signings each day. We'll do a signing. There's going to be exclusive merch. We don't know what that's going to be yet. We'll figure it out.
Be lit.
There's also going to be VIP tickets. I just wanted to do a quick clarification on some of this stuff. There is going to be 10 VIP High Roller tickets You'll get a bunch of other cool stuff, but the main thing that you'll get is you'll get a 3-hour one-shot adventure that I'm going to be GMing. It's going to be split into 2 groups, 5 on one day, 5 on the next day. There might be other people that jump in. These guys might jump in and play for a little bit. We'll see. But it's an adventure. It's not like a full campaign. It's not like a crazy thing. It's probably going to have pre-made characters that you can customize, but it's a 3-hour one-shot adventure. Yeah. It will be set in Aerois, though. I'm going to set it in Aerois.
Nice. Very cool.
We can always
get
make
some-
it. Maybe some of the stuff that happens in it
Yeah.
might come up in the campaign down the road.
Become canon.
Become canon. So you can check that out. YogCon, check out yogscast.com/YogCon for more details.
Bam.
Anything else I've forgotten? Fan art video.
There's
talk
fan
about
art.
that?
Yes,
Fan
fan
art.
art video this break.
Talk about sending artwork.
If you want to send artwork to us, please send it to our Gmail. It's highrollersdnd@gmail.com. We'd love to see your artwork. There's a ton on Twitter, which I've taken
Yeah.
and put in this fan art video, but we'd really like it if you could email us so that it gives us consent to use it in videos and such.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we figure that if you're posting it up on Twitter, you're okay for people to see it and stuff, but we just want to make sure. But
wanna
also,
celebrate.
a lot of people don't know about the email. They don't know to email it in, so we just wanted to do a reminder.
Yes.
But there's been some awesome artwork recently. We
been
really wanted
so
to show it
good.
off, so we can do that.
And make sure you sub to the either Yogs Twitch or the High Rollers Twitch to make sure you see that High Rollers video as well, the fan art video.
Otherwise, ads will be playing.
Otherwise, ads will be playing. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
In the
they
break.
will go up on the YouTube channel
if-
later this week.
And if you're a
Yeah.
podcast, and if you watch this live, but also listen to the podcast, give the old podcaster a rating and a comment and a thumbs
Please
up.
do.
Tom loves it. It's
I
just
love
literally
it.
his favourite thing.
I love it.
Gives them life.
Right.
Ooh.
Anything else?
Oh, yummy, yummy reviews. Let's play some D&D.
Let's play the intro video on that. And we're back. Welcome to Aerois, friends. A little recap before we begin today's adventure. The players have journeyed, well, not journeyed, they were sent to the continent of Voxar and the region known as Myrskyr, the land of the roving storms. After inter-character conversations on the beach, beginning to head inland to find civilization, the party met a half-orc ranger who was in distress. Coming to her rescue, they befriended Aerois, who has led them to the village of Karkul, and then on to the town of Stenhill to try and find more information about bringing back their friend Sentry, but also where they are and what is available to them in this region. During the night, they were ambushed by several Arnkegs burrowing insectoid-like creatures, which, thanks to some clever illusory tactics from Nova, they managed to dispatch quite easily, and then they went on to Stenhill itself. Stenhill is a town raised up on stone plinths due to flood waters. There they met with Scaldi Ravenscar, a dwarven priestess of Kilara, the goddess of death, who agreed to help the party with Quill's injuries, as well as keeping Sentry protected from the ravages of death, in exchange for helping her with a small task. The party also met with a tiefling, a male tiefling called Veskin Dexit Galloway, the owner of the Traveller Inn, who provided some room and board in exchange for some coin and the promise of a story later, who seemed to be a very eccentric, well-travelled gentleman. They returned to the priestess with Quill having received a vision from Hesper detailing many larger things and factors at work in the world. But upon return, Scaldi, the priestess, cast Speak with Dead on Sentry, and the party were entitled to ask 5 questions. But before they could, a male, deep, resonating voice echoed from her body, instructing them to bring Sentry back to the Prime and to find the City of Glass. The questions themselves gave the party some information on Sentry's wishes, as well as some additional information, courtesy of Lucius. And then they were faced with the decision of whether to head onto the city of Katuvag and ask the leader of the region, called the Shepherd, to use their magic to reincarnate Sentry, though that would mean she returns as another race, or to pursue other leads, such as the Midwife's Forge, the Tales of Witches who grant magical favors, or trying to find the City of Glass itself. But before they can do all of that, they have their promise, their oath to Scaldi to help investigate the ruins of a place called the Night Eye, and stories of spirits and spectres.
Yeah, and a necromancer.
Potentially.
A necromancer.
Beautiful neck you've got.
Yeah, so
I believe everybody except Nova is together, because Nova stepped outside before the ritual was cast on Sentry. And the last thing was Nova getting a familiar sensation from Tiangong, this ancient star weapon that you've been carrying around with you that's granted you magical powers. And you've got this strange familiar sense drawing you towards the southwest.
It's just next door, right? It's just like 5 minutes down the road. Turn left a bit.
So what are you all doing?
He's ignoring me. Ow, my feels.
so yeah, we're all inside the Temple of Kalara.
Yeah, Sentry's body has been placed on the main altar of the Temple of Kalara. This kind of stone sarcophagus placed in the middle with a circular building around it, shelves covered in all sorts of plants and wreaths and flowers, but also dozens of hung up lanterns with candles lit inside.
I was going outside to find Nova, I think. Or at least planning to.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a huge town. It probably wouldn't take you, unless Nova's making efforts to stay hidden, you probably would be able to find her quite quickly.
Nova!
Oh my god.
I'm guessing yelling that and looking around, most of the people here, they all dress in a very similar manner. They have these kind of very heavy, waterproof-looking tunics, but all of their wrists and legs are bound quite tightly so that any rising water would not soak loose fabric. So Nova stands out in her attire and her manner. What?
Hello?
If you're not trying to keep yourself hidden, of course.
I'm probably just not very far. I probably
Just wandered off.
Just don't even really know where I am. I just wandered off. Lost
Yeah.
in thought.
Well, the area around Sten Hill is kind of flooded at the moment, so there's this kind of knee to thigh high water that doesn't quite reach the tops of these stilted platforms which join all of the raised up buildings together. But it's almost created like a little river and pond around the whole place.
Are the pathways stable?
Yeah.
Or is it kind of bobbing
No,
on the...
there's stone. There's stone plinths and then
Whoa. Okay.
no, they're like wooden bridges but on stone foundations.
Oh, there you are. Oh, just a few steps, actually. I don't know, I'm so out of breath.
Get very far.
You missed all the good stuff. We spoke to
yeah.
Sentry.
Yeah.
Her favorite color is
Green.
green.
Green. Yeah. I could probably
I
tell
remember.
from her outfit and her.
I thought it was purple,
Okay.
but it's green.
Is that a legit question you asked her?
Absolutely,
Out
yes.
of 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
First one was how she was.
Oh.
She's fine. Well, at least the memory of a fragment of her was.
Okay.
She's well.
Dare I ask what other you have 5 questions.
Oh, a big booming voice came out that sounded nothing like Sentry. It was a deep, resonating, masculine voice that said, "Find the Prime," or something like that.
What?
I think Quill knows exactly what was said.
What? Can we go back to that bit? Come on, as much as I didn't really want to
I
help.
can't believe her favorite color was green all along.
Find the Prime.
Yes.
Okay, Lucius, I need you to focus.
Right.
What else did she say? What did this voice say?
Find the Prime.
I didn't write it down because I wasn't there. Kim wouldn't write that down.
You know what? It's better if you talk to Quill. I
Okay.
don't want to misrepresent what Sentry or masculine Sentry said.
Okay.
Okay, gonna come back?
Um,
Why did you leave, by the way? You're not feeling very well.
I don't want to be there.
You're looking a little
I
blue.
don't want to talk to Sentry. I don't want to hear her.
Why? It was so lovely to hear her voice again.
I know. It's too soon. It's too soon. I can't do that. No, I can't do it. I can't do it. It's too soon.
Well, that's fine. I mean, it's okay. She's not speaking anymore. The spell's over. Now let's just talk to Quill about information. Oh, we also have to have a mission from Scaldi.
Tiangong spoke to me, kind of.
In what way?
Um,
Did she was
I think there's another fragment in the south.
right?
I don't know,
South?
of here.
Right.
So before, when we were on the way to Gold Throne, I knew that there was another skiff somewhere north of Gold Throne, right? And I was hoping we could go there and I'd find another piece of Tiangong and maybe make their voice stronger and make the connection, you know. And Tiangong just spoke to me and I can feel there's something in the south of here.
And how do you feel about
Clarify one thing. It's actually more west. I got my directions wrong. Like I'm looking at the map now and I'm like, that's a lot more west than I thought.
Right,
it
we
was.
can dub it in the podcast, right?
Yeah.
West.
West.
To the west. No.
Come on, it's team player.
It is ever so slightly south, but it's more to the west. Yeah.
In the southwest. West.
Considering your recent, emotions, how do you,
Massive, incredible screw up and causing of the deaths of one of our friends.
in your opinion, yes. However, how are you taking that information from Tiangong? Because you felt like you couldn't do it anymore.
I don't know.
But Tiangong thinks you can, so there's
And
something.
that's what's kind of really weirding me out, because if I was Tiangong, I'd find someone else.
Yeah, well, maybe Tiangong can see what we all see.
Yeah.
Real strength in there somewhere.
Well, between Ayla shouting at me, and you pep talking me, and Tiangong kind of giving me this feeling, maybe I need to try harder. I don't know. I'll see.
Watch your mic, it's rubbing a bit.
Sorry.
Careful.
Sorry, Tiangong.
How about before you get too deep in your own thoughts, let's just focus on the objectives at hand.
Yeah.
And listen to what Quill has to say about Sentry's words.
Okay. Yeah, because we got to do this thing as well.
Yep.
It's thanks for fixing Quill's ribs.
Exactly. Let's just do one thing at a time.
Question. Do you miss Night Frost?
Let's go.
You start heading back. Yeah, I guess like in the brief moments, is there anything Quill or Araya? Ayla's just kind of standing around. Like,
Passive.
Very passive. Well, I'm ready to whack stuff when I need to whack stuff. Tell me when I need to whack.
Well, I feel like
whacking?
that's very soon. I guess at least when we get to this place, this night eyes,
Whack some ghosts.
whack some ghosts, if they're whackable, that is.
I'm sure they're very whackable. I'm looking
I whack
forward to
those-
it.
I whack those old ghosts.
That's true. You did actually. Maybe they are corporeal. Corporeal? Is that the word?
Scaldi looks over. Is like, yes, I suppose that is a way to describe them. Most spirits can be harmed by weapons, but they're less effective without the touch of magic.
Oh, well, most of us have magical. Do you have any magical infusions? Araya?
One or two little things here and there. Nothing too crazy though. I can make fog clouds.
You can make.
Fog clouds.
That's good. That's useful.
Druidic magic. The orcs teach that on the open waves, a lot of them.
Well, it could be useful. Hopefully, ghosts and spectres and the like can't see through fog and hunt out their prey where we can't see them.
Yep.
Yeah. That's the conversation we
Yeah,
have.
and then I think you guys literally arrive back in as that conversation ends up.
Hello?
Come on, Nova.
Hi.
No.
Ayla just pulls you in, like grabs your arm, and is like, get in,
I'm fine.
and then shuts the door and
Please.
stands in front of it.
Please don't shout at me again.
I wasn't shouting. That was motivational yelling.
And I very much appreciate it. Thank you. Try. Lucius said something about green and how the Sentry is, and find the Prime. He wasn't so clear on the find the prime bit.
So-
the green, he's very sure about.
I can't believe
It's
it.
her favourite colour. Can you believe it?
I
Can
thought
you
that
believe it?
from the start?
To be fair, we both thought it was purple.
Yes.
Find the prime.
Right, so before we did what we did, we spoke. There was a voice that came out of her that told us to find the prime, much like I suppose Lucius heard before, and Sentry hundreds of times, or tens of times, I don't know. It told us to take her to the City of Glass. And I have
That's right, yes.
an idea, well, at least I had a scroll case. When I found Sentry, to begin with, I had a treasure scroll relating to the City of Glass, but I still have no idea where that is. But if we can return her there, maybe that's where we need to go.
Yeah, it's so that Sentry can be completely repaired, right? That's what the message said.
Repaired.
Can I see the scroll?
Yes, I will read it to you. It says, "And so the knight and his squire were laid to rest in a tomb a day's pilgrimage from the City of Glass. The lance they had used to defend our world stood between them. A symbol passed down between heroes, a statue of a great deed, the death of the Hell Dragon. Lazengarath. Built in a great glade of flowers and stone shrines to our beloved Star Mother." I think there's a weapon there.
I'm sure I've heard of the City of Glass, and out of like just I start kind of trying to pat into my bags, and then I'm like, oh, I had a book on it.
Oh, right.
What did it look like?
It's on the beach now.
Well, I've got this one.
Huh?
I get out one of the books, which I put in my thing, and it's probably your spell book.
It's probably the fanciest looking one there.
Oh,
Is it in here? I've been flicking through. There's no pictures.
this is my spell book.
There you go.
Thanks, Lucius.
It's very heavy, so I'm glad you can take it back.
Just kind of hold it to me.
And just as a point of reference, Nova doesn't have a book on the City of Glass. You probably would have had a history book
I would, yeah, that's
that
what I
you
was-
would look into.
Yeah,
Just
that's-
because there's going to be loads of people going like, "What? You
No.
can't go get the book!"
I think it was more, I was more RPing it as a subconscious,
Yes,
like,
yeah. No, I know
like
what you mean.
immediate thing would be
I know
to
what you're
go to
doing.
books.
But
But there are no books. There's no one book.
yeah,
I just kind of hold it to me, maybe breathe it in
I
a bit.
wouldn't. No, there's sand.
it's just like sand
Hate
all over your
sand.
face.
Thank you, Lucius.
It's okay. I mean, it looked very important. You can't just leave books like that on the beach. Anyone could read them.
Make good firewood though.
Not this one.
No, all right, that's fair. When we whacking,
Pretty.
Ayla's become really dumb.
she's pretty. She's got, like, she's got intelligence of 9.
work.
It's just like, it's just like
Yeah.
you're all talking about shit. We need to decide what we're doing with Sentry. We promised that we'd help Scaldy.
Can I roll a
Yes.
history? Would it be a history check on?
You can make a history check.
Glass?
Yeah, you can make a history check. I think you guys have made these checks before, but you can make another one.
I might do one.
21.
Yeah, you may as well.
I'm going to do one.
Yeah, sure. I think you did one last time, actually. I think.
I think
21.
21.
yeah.
There is definitely going to be records somewhere. Judging by what you gather, in fact, actually, this is kind of new information. Now that Quill has read out his little scroll to you, the way it is written and the things it references must be from during the war against the Court of Shadows. The idea of like a squire falling, the Hell Dragon, those were creatures used by the Court of Shadows. Therefore, by using Nova's intellect, you would summarize that the City of Glass must have existed before the Sundering, which means that there should be records of it somewhere, most likely in a Sky City, where the records are better kept. Where it is today would have likely changed. However, if you can track down what Exalted Domain it was part of, where it was before the Sundering, that will give you a better idea of where to begin looking for it.
So we could try and find the great glade of flowers and stone shrines to our beloved Star Mother,
Yeah.
for example.
And lands.
In fact, I would say, with a 21, the idea of a glade of flowers with a shrine to Siaska would indicate that it might have been in Siaska's Exalted Domain, Starfall. which was the area around the main capital.
Can we get like GPS coordinates?
Nope. That's the thing. Is Nova doesn't like. I know where it is, but
Piece
because
it.
you're
would
a
tease
scholar,
that.
you're like, well, okay, I don't know what it is, but I'm pretty sure I know where we can find out.
Yeah.
There must be records of it, and yeah, you're making some hypotheses, but
So I think Lucius giving me my spell book back and almost being grounded by holding a book back again. I just like suddenly take a deep breath and like beautiful mind it and just be like, and then vomit out everything that Mark just said.
yeah. The other thing I will say is that yes, you imagine that you will need to go to a sky city and find it. Certainly trying to find the City of Glass will be the longest option. And if you want to take Sentry there, that will require a significant amount of time of research, finding it, going there, finding it, whatever it happens to be.
So I'd probably finish with like, but the thing is, to find out all the exact details, this is probably going to take a lot longer than 10 days or 20 days if we use Scaldi's Gentle Repose again. And I can't guarantee that we'll find it because I need to go into a temple and I need to research everything and I need to find it and I don't know if we can do it.
Okay.
Just a point. I'm not saying
starters-
it can't be done. Just making that clear. It will take longer. Is all I want to say.
I can't give you good odds.
We have
That's a good one.
many options when it comes to Sentry alone. We could take her to the Shepherds and
About that, I've been thinking, I don't think it's the right thing to do.
taking her to the
Okay.
Shepherds.
Because the shepherd, it sounds like a druid, right? So he's going to do a spell reincarnation, which means she comes back in one of many different forms, right? But if the Prime wants Sentry as a guardian to fix, then he needs her as Sentry, as a guardian, and not as a tiefling or an elf or anything. But if we find someone who can do resurrection, that will bring her back as Sentry.
That was a lot of information.
Yeah.
I've been thinking a lot.
It's what I was thinking too, but we did ask Sentry herself how she felt if she was to suddenly become a different race.
Did you ask her about the Prime? Did you tell her about the Prime?
Would it change her mind about her mission, which is to find the Prime? And she says no.
But would it change the Prime's approach to her?
Well, that is something we don't know.
You don't know.
And we don't even know if the Prime still exists. It could well be a fragment
Rhiannon's
of
just like.
the past.
But you said it spoke through her.
It did, but it could be an echo, much like the memory of Sentry was.
Sounds like you all have a lot to think about.
Hey, by the way, I got a promotion from Hesper. See, when I was under whatever it was that
It's just
I was made to drink,
a minor sleeping potion.
not very delicious, by the way. I had a vision with Hesper again. Turns out, by the way, I'm his chosen, so to speak.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Chosen by
Thank you.
Hesper?
Yes.
Chosen for what?
Well, so here's the thing. I asked him about the storms in this place, in Myrskyr, and various other things. For starters, not his fault. Well, sort of his fault, but uncontrollable. He can't stop it. He has asked me to go back to the Valley of Storms.
Oh no. Oh, Birdie, I guess
You crazy birds always fly into that storm every time.
Yeah,
Why?
well, to be fair, the injury rate is very low. I
Is-
just happen
is
to
it?
be one of them.
How do
Why would you
feel?
go back? It's so dangerous.
Exactly. Why would I go back? Is what I asked Hesper. And he said, apparently, this will tie into something I'll mention a little bit later. There's something for me there, something that only I can use, as Hesper's chosen, that will make me much more, well, useful, powerful against what he said is our second priority mission beyond Sentry. He told us about Callus, about what we know about the gods. He doesn't know what he meant, but Callus is gaining incredible power very quickly, and he'll apparently have the ability to take over Savona very soon.
Excuse me, Callus Starbane?
I'm also quite curious about that.
Excuse me?
So,
What? What?
How much will it cost for you to pretend I didn't say that?
Well, you might be able to buy the mercenary, but not me. I'm a servant of Kelara. I may not be chosen, I may not get visions like you do, but I'm still caring deeply about...
Yes, who is this callous person?
I pray to Siasker. I will not have any of this Starbane nonsense. I hope. Are you joking? This is a terrible joke. Please stop joking.
Okay. Lucius,
Hello.
why didn't you tell the story?
Okay, so are we? Okay,
Cards on the table.
I guess we have to
We're doing
really.
it now.
We're helping each other, right?
Land folk are so much.
So the reason we appeared in this land is
Yeah, we didn't
because
crash a ship.
we were
Gathered that.
teleported here by Callus Starbane himself. Unwillingly.
Unwillingly.
That doesn't make sense. He can't return to Aerois. The cradle keeps him away.
So we were in a place called
Flamebright Abbey.
Flamebright Abbey in Cowley's Rest. In
where
Savona.
there was a big
Savona.
gathering of cultist worshippers who were trying to.
Of Starbane, the remnant.
No. They were trying to build a portal to bring through what they considered their god to cleanse the land because they don't like foreigners.
Which they believed was Palador, but it wasn't actually Palador
It
giving
was a
them the
demon
wishes. It was
doing
a
a
demon.
trick.
Through a
And
portal.
We wanted to rescue people in there.
Stop. What you're saying is insane.
Well-
But I can see that you believe it. And, I mean, look, you've turned up with your departed friend. I knew something was wrong. This is information you should give to the shepherd. I'm a local priestess of Kalara. I bury bodies in the swamp. I don't speak with her. I have a small amount of her power. This is something you need to take to the shepherd. If this is true, if everything you're saying, I can tell that you're clearly not allies of the old enemy.
Oh no, we're very much clearly chosen now to stop him.
That is something you should speak with the shepherd. All of the council would wish to hear this.
Yes.
And if you truly have a way to stop the storms, they'll wish to hear that too.
I would like to stop the storms, but it still involves going in there.
Afraid that's something you'll have to deal with, Chosen One.
Scaldi,
Yes?
I have a question.
Well, I have many, but sure, let's ask me a question right now.
Do you have the ability to detect any magic on an item?
No, I don't.
Because I was wondering if Starbane can listen to everything we're saying because of this crystal we've got.
I mean, you
What-
could have mentioned that to this guy.
Can you do it?
Yes, yes, and have done multiple
He's a
times.
chosen of the goddess of magic. Pretty sure he can tell if something's magical.
Yeah, I can. I mean, I can start. Shall I now?
I would.
Oh, yes. I probably should have.
What do you want to do?
I suppose I'll start ritual casting this detect magic.
Detect magic?
Yeah,
Okay.
and that'll be 10 minutes,
Okay.
so we may as well carry on.
Yes, but I'm just going to jump ahead and tell you a bunch of things. So, because detect magic just reveals sources of magic. Scaldi's lantern is magical.
Okay.
Ariah's rapier is magical. Any of your own magical items. Did you guys pick up anything that you weren't sure if it was magical or not? I don't know if you've picked up any treasure that you
Is my
weren't sure.
bedroll magical?
No, shut up.
I can show.
So, yes, the canister itself is not magical, but there is not actually a huge amount of magic, but you get the sense that the fragment, this whatever it is inside the canister, definitely has magical power, yes.
I should be able to detect what, like, schools of magic as well.
Yeah, it would be technically necromancy, I think, because necromancy is also used for raise dead and stuff like that as well. It deals with life and death, so...
Okay. So it's not just like a magic source.
No,
just
you
power.
actually, looking at the fragment closer, like looking in the canister itself, like you're examining it with detect magic, right? You're actually like examining it.
Yeah.
You get the sense that it's a very small piece of crystal, or perhaps a diamond, but it is glowing like it's been chipped off of something, and it is still resonating with heat and power. And it has a faint trace of necromantic magic.
We're, as far as I can tell, clear. He wasn't
Okay, Birdie.
That smart.
Right.
Um,
Well, or is he really, really smart and he's just hiding it from us?
well, he considers
If you're
us.
dealing with the old enemy, you shouldn't take anything at face value. If anything we've been taught is true, he's incredibly powerful, but also very cunning.
What
Master strategist.
what magic did you use just then?
Detect magic.
Ah.
I can learn what is magical.
I'll just do an intelligence check
Sure.
to see if I knew about the alternative.
Sure.
3. No.
Yeah, your magic comes from you internally. You didn't really study magic, so I think that unless Lucius can cast Identify and stuff, then I wouldn't imagine he knows.
Wait.
Nova used to.
Hey,
So,
And she ripped
I,
that.
I totally forgot I also have
does
Identify.
Nova still have the 100 GP Pearl for it, though?
No.
You need a 100 GP Pearl for Identify. I don't know who has that.
I do.
We.
There you got it. Okay.
Is it consumable?
No, you just have to hold it. So,
I mean, can
Scully looks around. Well, there's obviously something bigger here than I understand, but nothing changes. You still swore to me that you'd help deal with the night ice. I hold you to that.
We are absolutely doing that first.
Thank you. I'm ready to go whenever, but it's up to you. It'll take us around a day or so to travel there. Traveling at any time is dangerous in Myrskyr, but I'll leave that to you.
We need to
about
get-
when you're ready.
Probably some rations.
Potions.
And you'll struggle to find those here in Stenhill. They're not exactly common. There's a general store where there may be a few, but I would not count on being able to buy many.
Do you have any food that we can put
Oh
together
yes,
into
food and rations. I'll provide those.
Okay,
you
great.
need not worry. I'd suggest if you have things like tents, and Halo's like, "No, I got them."
How is the inn, by the way? How is the inn?
Yeah.
Oh, spectacular, as
Very.
always.
Yes. Ori's been there before. Many times. It's very quirky. All the furniture's completely different.
Nice.
Would suit you.
Is it near the general store? The inn?
Yeah, around about that way. Stenhill's not a very big place.
We can
It's not
pop in.
hard to find it.
Sure.
Just make sure. Well, when you're ready to leave, come and find me, and we'll make our way.
We'll meet back here in 1 hour. How about that?
Very well.
That sounds like
I
planning.
believe that you guys got here in the morning, then you took a long rest. So it's about 8 hours in. So
I think it was like 10:30 or something
PM.
when we started the long rest.
Yeah, it
in
was like
AM.
10:30. So it's about
6:30.
6:30 p.m. So it is beginning to get dark now.
Half an hour? 30 minutes?
If you're lucky, Freyla might still not be open, but if you rush, you may just catch her before she closes.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Okay. Yeah, it's easy enough to find. You find a small, round wooden building, again, kind of raised off the ground near the inn. Small thatched roof. There is no sign, but you get the sense that it's some sort of general store because there are tables that are being taken inside that have various valuables on them. They appear to be mainly things like furs, some carapace of some sort of giant crab, ropes, fishing equipment, tools, that sort of thing, and it's been brought inside by a kind of sturdy, older-looking human woman, blonde hair, pale skin, she just looks over. She's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, everyone. I was just about to close up. Is there something I can help you with, travelers?"
Well, travelers, we're actually looking for, travel equipment.
Oh,
possibly.
I was just about to finish closing and go home.
Oh, we have all this money. And we're just...
Well, if you have money, I can certainly wait. Is there anything in particular you're looking for?
Potions? Anything healy?
Ooh, I mean, I think I have maybe 1 or 2 at best. They're kind of hard to come by around here. A lot of travelers end up taking them off my hands.
We're helping Scaldi on a very important mission.
Well, if I have them, I'll sell them to you. It's more just a case of if I have the stock more than anything.
Okay, we can wait.
She's like, well, step inside, get out in case rain starts falling. And you step inside and you can see that it's all hooked up with, all sorts of equipment. A lot of it just appears to be general traveler's gear, like your kind of basic equipment out of the player's handbook. She steps behind the counter where there is a large locked kind of armoire. She takes a key out, unlocks it, opens it up. And you can see there's a few more precious things there. A couple of small gemstones like pearls. There's a few pieces of jewelry, maybe like a very fine looking axe. And she's just like, well, I have 2 of the normal variety, but I do have to charge a slight premium on them. They're 60 gold.
Do I still have my detect magic on?
10 minutes. Yeah, sure.
Anything?
Nothing magical except the potions.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the axe looks incredibly well made. It might be, you think it has traces of Ethereum in it. It's an Ethereum alloy axe, but it's just like a hand axe though. It's like a woodcutter's axe kind of thing.
I'll buy the potions. What were they? Regular?
Regular, yeah, they're just standard healing potions, 60 gold each.
Okay, I will buy both.
Okay, yeah, she'll gladly take 120 gold off you, like, wow, kind of takes it in. You can see she places it as in like a metal lockbox, and then that sits at the bottom of the armoire in a separate drawer. Well, that's a nice little bit of change to make at the end of the day.
Like,
Are you off?
I'm eyeing up the jewelry, just like,
Oh yeah, it's like you can see like there's a kind of gold choker. There's silver rings and a pair of earrings made from what appears to be like aquamarine.
how much for the gold choker?
The gold choker, it's kind of basic. It's just gold. You probably imagine that it's gold plated on top of something, but it's real gold plated onto something. But it's not intricately carved. It's just like little slats of gold kind of strung together in like a necklace. I'd say like 75 gold.
Oh, it's out of my price range.
Well, maybe if you get enough treasures from the Night Eye, it will
Yes.
have enough. But she's like, well, if there's anything else, do you need anything?
Well, Lucius,
Parchments,
do you guys need any like armor or anything?
I can't
good
wear
If you
that.
want
Yes,
armor, I'm
yes.
afraid the best place to go for that is to go speak with the gnomes. Though they're a little, those little guys can be a bit funny about things.
Funny how.
They keep themselves to themselves, even amongst us.
Oh.
Don't think I even know their real names. Just go by their job, I suppose. Smith, there's Smith, Leaf, Woody, Tan, Needle.
Okay. Are we?
All crafters in the craft hall.
Armor's so unsightly though, isn't it? And bulky. You get so sweaty under it.
I mean, being stabbed and bleeding out is also pretty unsightly.
You'd be bulky or dead.
It's very uncomfortable.
Do you even know how to wear armor? Zayla.
Yes, I assume you just put it on like a shirt. Well, it would get in the way of my spell casting. I need free-flowing movements, like water.
Well, I mean, you can get armor like that. That's just not so intrusive.
You get
Intrusive?
leather armors and
Honestly,
lightweight.
Look at Aerois. Aerois?
Araya.
Aerois.
I mean, to solve the mechanics of it, Lucius knows that your type of spellcasting, you would have learned to wear armor if you could, but you don't. You'd put it on and it would be restrictive, and
it doesn't suit me.
Lucius doesn't have proficiency in armor.
Maybe
He's not a cleric or a warlock.
if you saw the kind of intricate armors we make on Gusthaven, you'll know that I'd much rather one of those. No offense, Aerois. It's very suitable for the environment you're in.
No, none taken. It's fine. Just be careful.
I'm not gonna say.
Armor's for wimps anyway. This is Ayla.
Exactly.
Kind of guessed. And I've got my barrier ring, a shield.
Just remember to use it.
I will. It's on the front page of D&D Beyond now.
Maybe write it on your wing.
I will.
How useful is armor against a spirit, anyway?
That's actually smart.
It's a good question.
Actually,
It wasn't super useful last time we were against
I'm just
things like this.
I'm just trying to get everyone good and healthy and protected and
We very much appreciate that, Nova. Thank you.
Strong.
We're aiming not to die.
yeah. Let's go.
The shopkeeper woman's like, sounds like you have quite an adventure ahead.
Yes.
Well, good luck.
Get out.
Actually, do you get a lot of travellers through here?
Not many, no.
Have you heard?
The main trade road passes through here to the south, but into the next region.
Okay. Have you heard much of the Night Eye?
Oh, yes, the Night Eye, of course. Everyone around Stenhill's heard of it.
Oh.
I mean, it's been here since before the town was founded. The spirits have always been part of it, but I have been hearing they've been getting quite aggressive on the roads. A few people have even gone missing.
Oh.
Supposed to have headed up from the south or left here to go there and never reached their destination.
Well, you're looking at 4 heroes who are about to quash.
There's 5 of you.
5 of us, Lucius.
I don't count myself as a hero. They're
That
truly the
that
heroes.
actually makes sense, yeah. Are you like their nobleman? Like
Just lucky to
funded?
be here, honestly.
Ah, very
However,
good.
these people will quash this problem for
Well,
you.
I certainly hope so. It'll make the trade road a lot safer.
Okay, well, if you never see us again, we're part of that story.
I'll remember that.
And those potions may save one of our lives.
Great. I'm going to close my shop now.
Okay, goodbye, good night.
Yeah, and it's probably about like 7 p.m. The night is fully in effect. It's winter. Like you guys are at the end of like the first month in winter, so it's dark already.
Now, I've got my dancing lights. However, if you struggle to see at nighttime, it might be worth getting a torch or something.
They just
You just hear like a, I'm closed now from behind the door. I'm closed now.
I'm pretty sure I just heard her slide the deadbolts in place.
No, I'm just saying, if you want to find like some sticks and cloths on the way and douse them in oil and set them alight, and
Yeah, you could do that. Is actually the way to make a torch. Yes.
I've got a lantern.
I've got a lantern.
I can see in low light, it's no
believe.
problem.
No, I don't have a lantern because I threw it in the... I remember now.
Early on, I believe.
Scaldy has a
flames.
lantern.
Yeah, sorry?
Scaldy has a lantern, don't you?
You're not with Scaldy. She's
She
still back.
does.
But she does have one.
What's more, magical.
There you go. She's probably got real big beaming light coming from it. It'd be just like daytime.
You land dwellers are so unusual, throwing lamps away.
You had to have been there. It was chaos.
Oh, I wish I was there. Goodness me.
Honestly, I wish Aerois was there as well.
Actually, Aerois, listen.
Don't we owe you some money, by the way?
Yeah, probably. You have so much going on. I can't keep track.
That's what I
I
wanted.
thought it'd just be a simple, guiding thing. But you're so complicated. There's so much
That's
going
what I
on.
wanted to say. We appreciate the help. We really do. We really needed everything, especially.
Well, yes.
with the
Now I
injuries.
understand what you guys are up against. If everything that you're saying is the truth, and you really are in, well, not a pickle anymore. It's like a marrow. You guys are in a marrow of a problem.
Marrow?
Not a marrow. It's pickles are small things. Marrows are big things. Have you seen a marrow before?
It's just a weird measurement device. I just wanted to say, if you are willing to help us still, we will happily accept.
I'm very willing to help you. Very willing to help you. Because if this is Starbane we are talking about, if all of this is true and we are really in the deep shit, then
We're in the deep shit.
we are in the deep shit.
We're in the deep shit.
Then I will help you get out.
The deepest.
And we'll
the
make sure you
deep-
get some treasure.
It's
Get some gold.
honestly, it's helping you guys, helping what could be all of Aerois against Starbane is worth more than all the gold and Aerois.
Well, true, but we will say that any help you may need, we will happily repay the favor
Well, it's very much appreciated. I just want a ship.
beyond the cost.
We could whack your brother. I'm good at whacking.
That would be incredible. I would love to see that.
Just nods. All right.
Make her very happy.
Are we going
Make me
now,
very
or what are we doing?
Let's meet up with
Scaldy,
Scaldy.
and then are we going? Straight off?
I think we should make a move. It's getting very dark.
Okay.
I mean, we do have all the time, not all the time in the world, but much more time now. Thanks to Scaldy, we could go in the morning.
You just said you had a dream and you were told by Hesper that Callus is growing exponentially all the time.
I mean,
Did say that.
You've added a lot of pressure
but no, I meant
in the marrow.
Pressure marrow.
This marrow's full.
this marrow is full.
brilliant.
Okay, I agree. You're right. I meant we have more time for Sentry. But sure, let's leave now. In that case,
Okay. Right. Speed things up. You meet up with Scaldy. She's gathered her things. She basically has like a bedroll, a few trail rations for everybody, and her axes and her lantern, and not much else actually. She kind of travels light. And you set off. She leads you out of Stenhill, and you head uphill for a little while until you reach a trade road, which is still quite damp. Like you can feel like the water here is like the water level rises because there's a river not too far, and the trade road follows the river down. And as the river overfills, the land becomes somewhat flooded. So the travel is unpleasant at best. as you're kind of wading through these kind of like flooded trade roads. It's muddy, it's wet, it's a bit sticky. However, there are no storms
Good
for now.
for now.
And you travel through the night. It's about sort of like a day-ish to the night eye. So you begin heading west through various valleys and hills, traveling across dales. Eventually, sometimes you go uphill and the land becomes drier, and then you kind of head deeper into the valleys and the water level rises, and then you're constantly doing this sloping kind of path.
Scaldy kind of good at navigating an Aerois.
Aerois is mainly leading the way through it, but Scaldy, you're mainly following a road, so it's not like you're traveling through dense wilderness here. You don't see any other travelers. You hear the occasional cries of these great birds up above the clouds, but you don't see them. You just hear these kind of like these echoing calls. You're probably pretty sure they're thunder eagles, which are these huge eagles that have kind of evolved with the Valley of Storms.
Would I know those as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they den in the storm wall. So thunder eagles and storm griffins in particular.
Cousins.
Sort of.
Kissing cousins?
As you so you left about 7 o'clock.
Are we past? Okay.
You left about 7 o'clock. 8 hours of travel would take you to 10.
Oh no.
5 a.m.
I mean, while he's matting, what?
You never heard that expression before?
No.
Yeah. It's a legit expression.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah.
Google it.
I don't think I want to.
Just don't image search it.
Oh no.
My question to you is, how long do you press on for? Do you camp when it gets to late evening, like, a few hours out of town? Are you just going to camp out in the wild?
I feel like
on the side of the road?
I don't suppose we could reset our timer because at the moment we're long rest from 10:30 to 6.
Yeah, you could basically go you've been awake pretty much, you can take 2 long rests in a day, I'm going to say, because your first long rest wasn't sleeping, it was just doing nothing. So what I would say is you could get to 11 o'clock and say, right, we're going to stop for the night, we're going to rest, and then we're going to carry on in the morning.
We made good progress, I think, if we want to rest here.
Yeah.
However, we are vulnerable by stopping. So.
Yes, that's the main difference. So my question to you is, when you stop, how do you make camp? Do you make any preparations? What are you guys doing? You find a small secluded set of hills to kind of protect you from the wind if the storm picks up in the night. There's maybe a couple of little trees that you can nest under. But what do you do? Do you take any special precautions? Do you do anything in particular to protect yourselves?
Well, I suppose finding a canopy or something like that would be one
the
of
best
them.
you can probably just make a survival check, I guess, or perception check.
Survival or perception.
Yeah, I'd say for you this would probably be more perception because you're looking around.
Natural one.
Yeah, it's dark. You have one eye. You're tired. You're looking around. The best you can find is some hills, to try and get on the leeway side of the winds.
I think a ride would probably keep watch.
So you're going to take the first watch. Okay. So you take the first watch. You will need to stagger it, so one other person will need to do watch as well.
In 4 hours, I'll finish my trance and I'll be able to
Yep.
help.
Okay. So Lucius will take the second watch. Any other precautions? Anything else you want to do?
See.
Cool. In that case, Aerois and Lucius make perception checks, please.
Can someone help me set up my tent? I just don't know how this works.
Ayla's just I will set up your tent.
Thank you.
Just because I do not want you whining.
Hello. Ding dong.
Merrily on high.
Yeah. I got 17.
Unnatural 20.
Okay. What's that? 17?
17.
17, so 17 and 20. Throughout the night, Aerois, you're on the first watch. It's relatively calm on Myrskyr. You hear a few cries of animals sniffling around. The wind picks up, but in what little shelter Quill managed to find, it just means that your night is unpleasant.
Okay.
Rude.
You pay close attention to the weather. Well, you're the one that looked for cover.
Yeah, I know. It's just
Terrible
You
cover.
sucked at it.
what shit cover Quill found.
A leaf.
You do not think a storm will come in the next few hours,
Cool.
at least. And you sense no sign of animals or prey, no monsters, no bandits. And it goes relatively smoothly.
Okay.
Lucius, you take over for the second watch. The night is very quiet and very still. And that leaves your thoughts to dwindle and meander and Memories flick to things perhaps Lucius doesn't want to think about. Night Frost, Sentry, back home, not hearing from your family, not knowing what's going on. Do they even know that you're missing?
I shouldn't have taken a watch on my own.
Are they looking for you? It doesn't seem like they are. Do they? Even if they do, you're now on a different continent. How do they know to find you? All of these thoughts begin playing on your mind, but you don't sense any kind of monsters or attacks.
Just an emotional assault from yourself?
You wake up in the morning, and whilst you are taking food rations for breakfast, mainly kind of dried loop's bread, a few little bits of berries and a few cold vegetables, there is you hear a wagon. You hear this kind of the sounds of almost like scraping in the mud and the turn of wagon wheels. And a kind of like half sing-songy, half mumbling voice. And as you kind of like peek out from where you've taken cover, you can see what appears to just be a merchant wagon, but it is being pulled by what I can best describe as lobster-esque, but oversized, like the size of a horse. Two big kind of front hooked claws digging into the mud and pulling forward on these kind of centipede-like legs from underneath this big carapace. Two eye stalks with black beady eyes. The man on the wagon kind of holds reins connected to the giant lobster, and he just pats the carapace like, "Good clack, keep going, good clack."
I cannot believe what I'm seeing. You're seeing this too, right? I'm not.
Do I know what a clack is?
We ate.
They're beasts of burden, so they're kind of like bison or
Didn't we eat
pack
some of
animals.
them?
Yeah,
at
it's
Stanhill
food as well.
In the stew?
I don't imagine it was.
But they're a huge
I've eaten
crustacean.
beef.
They're a huge crustacean. It's a beast of burden. They're used to pull wagons because they can. What they do is in a storm, they get inside their shells and then they grip into the ground so the wind doesn't knock them over.
So practical.
Yeah, it's an evolved creature.
I don't know whether to throw up or to praise the sight of a wagon. What?
The man kind of goes past and he just looks over. He's like, "Good morning, travelers."
Hello?
Good morning.
Oh,
That's a
you
big...
see like a young boy kind of poke his head up from the back, like, "Ah, Papa, look, strange men,
And
birdman.
hello.
This one is blue." It's like, yes, they are blue, Joseph.
Where are you heading?
Stanhill,
Oh, you're going that way.
and up to Gatavag,
Okay. Where were you coming from?
from the down south, traveling on the road from the next region over.
Ah.
How was the road?
Be careful.
Safe?
He kind of looks at you when you say that, like, I think me and my boy, we were lucky. Pulled off the road just before it got dark, set up camp out in a cluster of trees nearby. Saw the strangest thing.
What did you see?
It looked like a woman, but all white, riding a horse. But the horse was just made from bones. Traveled along the road searching for something. Spooky stuff.
It's like a specter almost.
It was near that old ruin, the watchtower.
Interesting. Okay, well, sounds like we're about to.
Scaldy looks over and is like, that lines up with some of the things I've been hearing about the Night Eyes.
You weren't. It didn't attack you or see you or.
I think if it had, it might have. It looked like it had a look of murder, carrying a big long spear with a curved blade at the end. I've never seen anything like it.
There's a big spear in our future. Look out for that one.
But we were hidden. We kept the boy quiet. He was asleep. Kept myself hidden. Didn't seem to spot us.
Well, that's absolutely terrifying. Thank you for that information.
Sorry I can't help. Do you have anything to trade? I'm a traveler myself.
We do have coin. We're on an adventure. So anything to help us.
Oh, I've got oils, salts,
What's good against
spices,
What's good against spookies?
salts. Yes, salt is very good against ghosts, I hear.
Oh, it is.
Can I roll an insight on him?
We should buy all of
we
his
want.
salt.
13.
13. I mean, you've heard that salt can be used to hedge out spirits. You read it in a book once. Salt circles.
Scotty, should we buy all the salt? from this match?
Scully just shakes her head. We won't need that sort of thing, don't worry.
No, sorry.
But also, I'm looking to buy if you have any strange trinkets or jewelry, clothes. I'm sure I probably can't afford anything you crazy adventurers carry, but I have a few little bits of gold here and there to buy something that I can sell in the city.
I'm afraid I've got everything I need. I can't really part with anything.
How's the group fund looking, by the way?
315 gold.
Not bad.
I've got a spell clash program. You could sell that.
That's
Buy
going
it
in my
for
memory
a copper.
box. I'll keep the potion of fire resistance. I think that's the only thing.
I'd buy your eye patch, Birdman.
Nope, need it. Thank you. Nothing
fair.
under there.
All right.
The hole where my eye was.
He's about to go about his business.
How much to hire your wagon?
I need it. I've got all my goods in the back. I'd have to drag them all the way to Stenhill.
And once you're at Stenhill, then what?
Oh, well, I mean, I guess I'll stay there for a couple of days, see what trading I can do. After that, if you want to hire my wagon, maybe. It'd be a small, good price, though.
Well, we may need your services.
Well, I'll be in Stenhill for a few days after you're done with your adventures.
Wait, where did you say you were going after Stenhill?
Katavag.
Katavag is the shepherd, right?
That's the big city, yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, actually, we could use you from Stenhill to Katavag. Extra space on the wagon. It looks roomy enough
Sure, for the right price.
for the right... Well, we can negotiate that
Sure.
when we get back.
If you get back.
When we get back.
Sure. What if they die, Papa? Shh. Quiet, boy.
Ah, what a little...
Less people to put in your wagon.
Very true. Well, I'll be there.
Well, we look forward to meeting you in Stenhill.
Right. Onward, Skirp. And Skirp the
Skirp.
Clank.
Scope the clank.
Skirp.
Goodbye, Skirp.
Safe travels.
Farewell, adventurers.
Gotta get used to that accent.
Imagine one of those with butter on a plate.
Delicious.
So delicious.
I mean, it was all right, actually, to be fair.
Yeah. So you carry on traveling for the
I
rest of the day?
suppose, yeah.
Okay, great. How about everybody give me a perception check?
Perception.
Perception.
Natural 20!
Which means it's 19.
Shift minus one.
Minus 1.
Do I have disadvantage?
Yeah.
Okay, 15.
15?
15.
15?
10.
I got a natural 22.
You guys
though.
did really well. Oh, I need to roll
Like
that.
passive 22.
How does that
Good.
work? Like if you roll a nat 20 but you got minus 1?
You get a
It's
19.
fun. There's no such thing as crits on like skill checks and
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
It's only on attack rolls.
The nat 19.
It's just the best roll you can get. And that's why it's so
Yes.
good.
Traveling along the road, again, you get the sense that there are you see no other travelers throughout the day. But as you're traveling through the day and approaching the ruin, you begin, I think, Nova, you're the one who sees it most clearly, is in the distance, still several hours away, you begin to see the tip of some sort of ruined tower, just nestled behind several hills. But also, it's kind of confusing for a second. You think you see like the pommel of a huge sword kind of sticking up out of the keep, but it's so far away you're not sure if that's what it was, and then it dips behind more tall valleys. That's the wrong dice. Let's see what random encounter you get for the day.
Oh! Yay.
A herd of clicks.
So, as you're traveling, Aerois and Nova, you hear the creatures first. It's basically an open section of road, curved, valleyed hills up on the side. Water level is still quite deep, so it's kind of around your ankles. Not enough to slow your movement in any way. It's not that deep. But the valley drainage has kind of created like a very kind of like trudgy mud. And the clouds are very thick overhead. You can hear the faint, gentle whistling of the wind, smell the kind of fresh water and the stagnant, mud around you, and you hear a cry of some sort of flying creature up above, and then the rushing of wind and flapping of wings as it dive bombs down. You both snap your eyes up, and you get this because they're one of your favorite enemy. You got this because of the roll. Ayla also technically sees them coming. You see a pair of storm griffins, so heads of like eagles, leonine bodies with these big feathery wings, basically dive bombing down towards this group of fresh meat that they can see before them, dive bombing down. So Ayla, Aerois, Nova, you got a 10, didn't you? You got 15, but you've got disadvantage.
Yeah.
Because the L.
Does my passive not help with that?
Not with this, no.
Okay.
Because actually for the hearing, because it doesn't affect your hearing, your eye. So yes, I would say for this as well. So at this point, it's just poor Lucius and Scaldi, who don't basically notice these things dive bombing down. So what do you guys want to do? You've got enough time to quickly do something. Yeah.
I am grossed out by one of these plants that's recoiling. I can't believe the plants.
Every time you go to touch it, it like...
So gross.
Yep. And then you hear like... Ah! And you're like, huh?
Everybody look.
Sorry, they're diving onto
Onto
us.
you, yeah. Literally, it looks like they've literally pierced through the cloud level, and they're now coming in to sweep down onto you guys.
Being an Aarakocra from the storm wall, where they nest, would they actively attack Aarakocra?
Yes,
And
if they're hungry enough.
As a result, would I know enough about them?
I think Quill looking up this is your whole turn of analysis of thinking about it. Because you're trying to think in this sudden moment of action. It looks to be a mated pair. One looks like a male, one looks like a female. And they're clearly hunting for food. They must be hungry. That's why they're attacking a group of travelers on the road, which is very uncommon. They wouldn't normally do this.
Right.
So you get two impressions. Either they are starving hungry themselves, or they've just had a bunch of eggs and they've got young to feed. So they need extra meat. And that's why they're attacking.
Right.
What else is it? Ryan, anything you want to do?
I would like
You've
to...
got an action or so.
Cool. I'm just going to shout, Storm Griffins! Everybody, move back! And just try and get people to move. Yeah.
Okay. Right?
I'm just looking up.
Yep. Nova?
These could be baiting.
I think I would just panic, but also just be like, Lucius! Touch him and cast invisibility on us both.
Oh, you're going to, because you got the extra spell slot,
I can cast it
At
at
third
level 3,
which is 2 targets.
which basically means I can turn both of us invisible.
Nice.
Okay, great. So that's your action, is you cast both invisibility on both of you.
It's not going to bite.
Ayla
Just a plant.
gets a fucking hammer out. Whacking! Okay, so with that, let's roll some initiatives, everybody.
Rock and roll.
Awesome.
Cool.
Ding dong.
Dice
I'll
rolls
roll
nine.
for Scaldi as well.
Yeah, if you can control Scaldi in battle, please.
Yeah.
Goody.
Tray or...
It's okay, I'll just dent the table.
Yeah, fuck it.
Can I ask, by the way,
Yes.
what did her lantern look like in the night?
So generally, when she travels, she speaks like a little word. She casts light on the cantrip, and it just sends out like a dull.
So nothing
light
irregular.
glow. Not huge. Like
Okay.
you get the sense that it's almost like a minor magical focus. Like she can channel spells through it.
So it kind of looked like the guy that we met in Savona.
Yes.
So is it like,
It's like a holy symbol.
looks like Kalara's lamp?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then she uses. She can channel her spells through it for extra power.
Totally
Okay.
I was just wondering.
So let me just roll up some stuff. So that was for Ayla. Jesus Christ.
Where did I get a red pen from?
Invisibility.
Weird.
Oh, Storm Griffin.
Magical red pen.
Oh.
Okay, Aerois.
9, 10, 12.
Quill.
21.
Nova.
10.
Lucius.
13.
Scaldi.
2.
Nice. NPC, going well. So yeah, you watch as these creatures are dive bombing. They're probably about, I'd say, 80 feet up in the air from you now. Like they're swooping in to attack. And the first person to go is Ayla, who can't really do anything against something that high up. So we'll ready in action. She will, knowing that you two have just vanished, she will move next to Quill and ready in action that if anything comes near Quill, she will
Whack.
whack.
Nice.
So that's Ayla. Quill.
I'm going to bonus action swung my barrier ring, so I've got +2 AC. And I will. So do you say male and female?
Yeah.
Do I know which of the two are most aggressive or most dangerous? Or are they equally?
Equally dangerous. It depends on the scenario. Males tend to be more territorial. The females tend to be hunters.
I'll go for the hunter then.
Yep.
I imagine if I can see which one's which.
Yeah, I think Quill and Aerois are the only ones that you'd be able to tell which ones are which, the male and female.
Okay, in that case, I will send out a guiding bolt onto the female of the two, and that is a 16 to hit.
16 hits.
Hey.
Yeah, you watch as they're kind of streaking down towards you. It's really easy. You throw the quills up. At this point, we're used for a rough guideline. You were traveling on a road. You probably would have been traveling in at least a semi-clustered group rather than being too strung out. So at this point, I'd say that with Aerois shout, none of you have moved yet, but for the time being, you're all clustered kind of together, like within 5 feet of each other, basically.
Okay. So I did 13 Damagios. And everyone has advantage.
That was to the female, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yep, 13 damage. So the shooting bolts of light just strike into the creature, and you hear this, and it begins streaking down.
Eesh. Okay.
Anything else?
I'll stay behind Ayla.
So you just don't move. You're just going to stay where you are.
Yeah, with the barrier ring
the group
up.
Okay. The Griffins come swooping in. One of them is going to charge towards the female's going to charge down towards you and Ayla, sensing that you're the threat now that you've hurt it. The other one, the female, kind of banks off and angles itself to catch, I'd say, probably, let's say 3 of you, because I'm going to use Theatre of the Mind rules here, and I'll determine who. And it opens its beak, and a bolt of lightning just kind of launches out of its mouth.
Cool. Forgot about that.
It just kind of screeches.
I didn't know about that.
I mean, I'm not going to tell you all of their abilities. So we've got 1, 2, 3, and then Scaldy. So let's do. Oh, you're invisible. So yeah, it would basically catch. In that case, it would probably line up Aerois, Scaldy, and then Quill or Ayla. It will line up 3 of you. As it's kind of like you're all clustered together in this main group.
Yeah, me and Ayla are right next to each other.
Well, I'll roll between... In fact, Ayla's kind of positioned herself. You've moved behind her, so we'll catch Ayla in it, basically. So Aerois, Scaldy, and Ayla are going to make dexterity saving throws. Ayla passes. Can you roll for Scaldy, please?
What's the type?
Dexterity. So just
7.
use her modifier.
7. It's 10.
Yeah.
Cool.
What'd you get?
22.
22 for Aerois, 15 plus 4 for Ayla, which is a pass. What did Scaldy get? Just a 10?
7.
7, so she's going to take full damage. 1, 2.
How many dice is this? I heard him say 1, 2, 3.
So that's going to be 20 points of lightning damage.
boy.
Aerois and Ayla, you take 10 each.
Oh, cool.
Thanks.
As this kind of lightning scorches along the ground, jolts through your body, sending this kind of burning pain searing through. The other one lands next to Quill, but before he makes his attacks, Ayla is going to whack it twice.
Oh, twice.
She gets a
yeah.
hold action, doesn't she?
Yes, she does. But it's the male, not the female, so she doesn't
fine.
have advantage. That is a 19 plus 7, so her first one hits.
Boom.
Her second one is a 4 plus 7, which
Whoa.
doesn't hit. But
Noise of a swinging hammer.
she's two-handing a hammer, so it's a D10.
That's a whip.
I need to remind Katie that when she wields a hammer in 2 hands, it's actually a D10, not a D8.
Wait, she's been doing the wrong damage this entire
So,
time.
I think so. 12.
Oh.
She's not raging yet.
Okay.
So she whacks it once, clubs it in the neck, kind of like snaps it to the side, but not before its beak and claws come raining down on Quill.
Quillick.
Give it all you
And
got.
Pilar, that's a natural 20. Jeez Louise.
Yeah, that's what it's got. That hits.
25. It's not too bad damage with its beak, actually.
It's broken my barrier ring.
5, 10, 13 points of piercing damage. As its beak bites, tries to grab you and bite you. And then its front talons
another one.
clawing down for 22.
Yeah.
And these claws do rake you quite badly, although that's not too bad. 5. That's another 8. So 8 slashing damage.
Right. Okay.
So it's like bite and then slash, slash.
Fuck.
Okay.
These
After the griffins,
scary,
Lucius.
No, Nova, where'd you go? Where did I go?
We're invisible.
I'm gonna try and scurry up.
Yeah,
to get
the
some
sloped
higher
hills.
ground.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you can do that.
And then turn around and I guess I'd spend.
You can see one kind of flapping its wings, hovering over Quill and Ayla. Quill just Ayla whacks it, but then you can see it bite into Quill and tear through his clothing and catch his face. You see blood drawn. The other one blasts lightning across everyone else.
Christ, I'm going to cast Lucius's Luscious Light.
Okay, yeah. So this is our renamed Hunger of Hadar or whatever, because Hunger of Hadar didn't really suit Lucius.
Yeah,
So
is
we
that
reworded
one?
it to be a spell of Lucius's own creation.
So instead of a gateway of darkness, it's a big ball of beautiful light.
Yeah, just all swirling colours of light.
Yeah, it's a 20-foot radius sphere of beautifulness.
Yeah.
But it's also bitter cold. So it sends us on a point. So I'm going to try and aim for the 2 in the air.
So you're going to catch it in the air, basically.
Yeah.
Create like a sphere in the air, like an anime
It's a cacophony of
explosion going.
noises.
I think there's only one in the air.
No, they're both kind of hovering.
Oh, I
in the
see.
air.
I thought the other
kind
one
of
landed. Okay.
Light lance you.
So-
With a 20-foot radius, you can catch both of these creatures, yeah.
And everyone in the
Any
world.
creature that starts its turn is 2d6 cold damage.
Okay.
And any creature that ends its turn must succeed on a dex saving throw or take 2d6 acid damage as well.
So it's like your two of your colours
It's
basically
my 2
swirling
colours
around.
swirling together in like
Okay.
a marble.
And are they blinded in there? Because it counts as
They are
darkness. normally.
also blinded.
So yeah, you can hear this kind of screeching as these creatures are in there.
crap.
So remember that on your turn
I
to
almost
do
did
those
go for,
damages.
Nova.
That's insane.
Cool.
Araya. So you watch as this sphere of blue and orange colour, blending together
Like
like
milky
a big
oil.
tide
Oh,
pod.
that's cool.
Just
That's mine!
But you can.
Yeah.
I would say that you can't. Because you can't see inside it because it
No.
normally conjures like a sphere of darkness. But you know that the griffins are in there somewhere,
yeah.
but you can't see them.
Not even the one with the glow.
Crikey.
So
The
we
guiding
can't-
bolt glow.
So technically, with that, you can try and attack them, but you normally have disadvantage because you're blinded looking into this thing, and they're blinded; they can't see out.
Awesome.
But the one that Quill hit has advantage against it.
So I
So it's
neutralise
kind
it.
of like you can see this faint outline, so it just becomes a normal roll.
Like Blood Hunter from Apex.
Yeah, kind of. It's just
You
you
can
can
see
see
its
this like
outline.
faint outline.
Cool.
It's still hard to gauge exactly
Yeah.
where it is, but you could easily strike it.
Because I don't want to, because I don't want us to get completely screwed over before we get to this cave thing. I want us to be there in a good condition.
Okay.
So I would like to take opportunity of the situation and create my fog cloud, and then we can all skedaddle on out of this
Okay, so you just want to try and
situation.
escape.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you're going to summon the fog cloud where? Are you going to put it where you currently are?
Just put it where we all are. Try and get a radius. Try
Okay.
and get it to cover us where
Yeah.
we are.
Is it 20
and
foot
then-
radius?
20-foot radius.
Yeah, it's easily enough to cover where you
then we
are.
just
So you have this
skedaddle on
orb in the air, and then from Araya, you begin muttering these ancient orc words, like maybe an old sea shanty, and just rolling in from the hills, the moisture begins to coalesce into a thick fog that just rises up on the ground and fills the bottom of this little natural valley. And this thick, dense fog, and you can barely see through it, like maybe 5 feet ahead of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. Do you call out or anything, or you can try and move?
Yeah, be like, okay, guys, try and follow me. We'll try and carry on. Now the griffins are distracted. Let's carry on.
Let's do that.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
Wait, I'm visible.
So you're going to try and move out?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and move out.
Okay. They will technically still get opportunity
That's
attacks,
fine.
but they're at disadvantage. And you also count as obscured, so you have cover.
And
So you have
blind.
plus, I think, 5 AC while you're in heavily obscured cover.
Nice.
And they have
Damn.
disadvantage to try and hit you.
So does that stack onto my already +2?
Yeah.
Jeez.
So,
Oof,
so that would normally be, with disadvantage, that would normally be a 17 to hit, but increase your AC by 2.
Yeah, that doesn't hit.
Doesn't hit.
I got
So
20.
you kind of roll to the side and make your way through the cloud, and you can hear this screeching. So that was the male that took the opportunity attack.
Cool.
As Orion moves away. Cool. Nova.
So paint me a scene. We've got us on the ground.
So you are in a short valley, hills on
Yeah.
either side, long muddy road. You are surrounded by a 20-foot cloud of fog. In the air, there is a 20-foot orb of blue and orange
Over the top of us.
over the top of you, and the griffins are somewhere in there. You can't see them. You now can't see anybody else. Like, you can only see people that are next to you. So at the
Yeah.
moment, you can see Ayla, Quill, and Scaldy. You don't know where Aerois is. You hear her voice calling from a distance. Yeah.
And would you say, like,
And you're
they
invisible.
run away?
Yeah, like everybody just like try and follow my voice, try and.
Okay, I would probably follow her lead.
Okay.
And try and follow her voice and...
Seeing as you're invisible and only get one reaction, I don't think this one would try and attack you. Because it doesn't, it was like,
assuming.
well, it doesn't know where you are. Yeah. So you just start making your way off as well.
Okay, yeah, so 30 foot.
30 feet, do you want to do
Away.
anything else?
Nah, because if I do anything else, it's going to break my invisibility.
Okay. What does Scaldy do, Trot?
She's going to follow Aerois' lead.
Okay, well, they do know where Scaldy is.
Skull
So
count.
the female will try and attack her. Disadvantage, but she has a +5 AC. Disadvantage would make it 15,
That will hit, and she's on 6 HP.
but with the +5 AC from being obscured,
Oh, no, sorry.
yeah, so it doesn't hit.
She's got AC of 18 technically now then.
Yeah, so it misses. So she kind of like ducks down
thought
low,
you
like
factored that
bleeding.
in.
No, and she begins like making her way out as well towards it.
Very badly hurt.
I'll do the voice. Don't worry about that.
I am
You just run it.
badly.
That's Scaldy.
Ayla is sort of mad that she doesn't get to whack, but is like, all right, fine. And we'll move with Quill basically. She'll ready her action so she moves with Quill rather than
Okay.
trying to just abandon you.
I suppose it's my turn after that.
After Quill, it is your go. Yep.
I will. I'll follow, and once I get to Scaldy, I'll give her a little heal as well.
Okay.
So that would just be a whatever the touch one is.
I forgot to
Heal
actually do
wounds.
like,
Heal wounds.
action.
That's fine.
So I heal her for
Probably healing
wowee
herself.
12.
12.
Oh, okay.
So Scully heals for
Tasty.
12.
18.
Okay. So you've moved out as well.
Thank you, bird.
It already used its reaction. Okay, the Griffin's turn. At the
Thank
start
you,
of their turn-
birdie.
At the start of the Griffin's turn.
Lucius.
At the start of the Griffin's turn.
Oh, yes.
Your spell.
If he's still in there, it's 2d6.
They're both in there. They start their turn in there. So
2d6 cold.
okay. So roll the 2d6 cold.
Yeah. Yeah. 3. 4, please.
4 damage to both.
Yeah, and if they end their turn, then it's 2d6 acid.
Would you do it
So
to both, or would you do it individually?
it's easy. I'm just going to try and speed it up.
Oh.
So I think for the two Griffins, they're suddenly being assailed by this cold. They know that some of you have moved away, but they also don't know where all of you have gone. I'm gonna make an intelligence check for both of them.
This snack don't seem too tasty.
Doesn't seem too tasty, but they're trying to figure out like, can they just like fly upwards? Because I think their natural instinct would be like, ground bad, fly up, go in sky safe. And they do that. They basically like beat their wings and they fly up out of the orb. And they're now looking around, but you're still like this sphere is kind of blocking their vision for the time being. So moved out. Ayla moved with you. Everybody else has moved out of that range. They probably still think you're down in there. So I think at this point, what we'll probably say is, are you guys just going to make a run for it? Are you going to try and hide? What do you guys want to do? We'll jump out of initiative and then use the skill checks now.
I think we're just following the mist, aren't we?
Yeah.
Away.
Can you move the mist with you, or is it a fixed location? Because if it's a fixed location, once you get to the edges of it, you're no
It's
longer
centered
protected.
on a point within the range, yes. It'll be centered on a certain point.
So it was where you were standing.
Yeah.
It's centered there. So that you have like this 20-foot radius, which is like 40 feet, like, you know, all around.
Either way, yeah.
Yeah.
were
Like
there
20 feet on either side.
Trees like on the top of the valley?
No, there's hills, there's like valleys and hills, but there's no trees. It's just kind of like a long road. Like maybe in the distance you can see a small clump of trees and things like that together.
It lasts for like an hour unless a strong wind.
Blows
blows
it
it
away.
away.
Okay.
Like a storm.
Yeah.
Or a gust?
So what do you guys want to do at this point? Are you guys going to try and make a run for it? Are you just going to try and get to a better position and then coordinate an attack? Are you going to try and hide?
Can I see them?
Yeah, I mean, they're basically, I think on their turn, they fly up and then they kind of go around the orb and are like now on the ground, like in the mist, But
So they've got
it probably
no idea where we are.
it probably won't take them long to figure out that you're not in there though. So these are hunting animals. They'll probably make perception checks. So I'm going to give you guys like a round to basically either try and make a run for it to try and hide.
I mean, while they're in the mist, that's a good time to leave.
Yeah.
So you're just going to book it.
We just
This way.
should we go? Let's go.
Okay.
Okay, you guys start running. Start making some perception checks. So
We still? I don't suppose.
Je
We're
suis
just running.
invisible.
Oh yeah.
okay,
Is Nova still in there?
it doesn't take them long.
Okay, good.
You're no longer invisible because you cast a spell, but Nova is invisible. It doesn't take them long to basically figure out that you're no longer in this mist. They fly up and they are now in the air. You guys, with dashing, you're about 120 feet away. They see you and they're going to come after you, but we're going to resolve that after the break.
Oh.
Brilliant.
Yep.
Okay.
We're going to take a break and see if these griffins can catch up with us.
Phase 2 of
Fan
combat.
art,
Phase two,
fan
yeah.
art, fan art,
Fan art.
fan
Fan
art.
art video.
Fan
We're
up.
gonna
Stick
play
around for the fan art video.
Enjoy, and we'll see you after the break.
See you in a bit.
See you in a bit.
Hello. We've lost our monitor screen, so I'm assuming I'm back. Tom's being very good. Sid Tom. He's got us. We are back.
Hello.
So, hello. Welcome back. So we left things with you guys had just emerged from the fog cloud. You dashed away about 120 feet. Oh, we got it back. And you see the griffins basically take to the air, spot you running away, and a pursuit is going to begin. We'll keep the same initiative order, just because I don't want to roll all of that again. But yeah, you guys are about 120 feet away. Ayla will just do what she did before, which is stand next to Quill, who's the most injured now, and ready a whack him.
Okay.
Quill, what would you like to do?
So where? How far are they from us?
120 feet away.
120. I will. They're all quite far away. So, I guess I'll just bardic inspiration on Ayla and just say, when they get in range, just do what you did again.
Whack him.
Whack them hard.
Okay. Yep. Do you want to move?
I suppose we're still in the process. If everyone else is going, then yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah.
I think that's the plan, isn't it? To
Yeah.
run and gun.
Basically run and gun as you go.
Yeah.
Okay, so you move 30 feet, and then you take action to bardic inspiration or bonus action.
Bonus
I guess.
action,
Do
but
you
I-
want to dash, or do you want to do anything for your action? Ayla's only moved 30 feet ahead, though.
Oh, I'll stick with Ayla.
Okay, you just stand next
And
to
I've
her.
still got my barrier ring, so that's fine.
So the griffins on their turn, they fly 80 feet, but that's all they can do, and then so they'll dash another 80 feet towards your back line. Out of everybody, they will try and chase down. So I think you guys are slightly ahead of the rest of the party, so they're actually going to go for the people near the back,
Okay.
because you guys have moved ahead. I suppose, would Ayla have moved ahead? Yeah, we'll say that she has for now. So from the back, we'll roll to see who they attack. So you have Aerois, you're still invisible, Lucius, Scaldi, out of the three of you. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4. So one's going to go after Lucius, one's going to go after Aerois.
Bring it on.
So one of them, in fact, also I need to see if their Storm Breath comes back. It doesn't, but one of them still has it. So one of them, which is the male this time, will do a blast of lightning down the line, which as you guys are running forward, I'll say will hit 2 of you. We'll do 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 because of Ayla. So we'll catch 1. And then Ayla. So Aerois and Ayla, you guys need to make dex saving throws again. As the male kind of like, as you're running down the road, kind of staggered as you are, the Griffin kind of does like a flyby. Oh no, they're dashing. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
They spend the whole action just chasing after you, but they're basically hovering over Aerois and Lucius now. That's where they are.
Okay. Okay. No
Lucius.
attacks.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Sometimes doing theater of the mind combat, like, which is complicated, is quite hard. But imagine that you guys are on a long road, you're all staggered, but you're running ahead.
Yeah.
At the back, you and Ayla are out front, but together. Everybody else is behind. Nova is invisible, and the Griffins have now just raced 120 feet, but then that's their whole turn. It's just
Got a lot
moving.
of flying speed.
They fly up 80 feet around, so
Right.
Damn.
they're really quick.
But they'd had to.
Lucius,
I'll
there's this Griffin above you.
stop concentrating on my ball, because now we're past that.
Okay, ball fades.
I'll turn around and draw Melf's acid arrow and try and fire at the closest one from me.
Yep, it's right above you.
18 plus 5.
Hits.
That's 4d4 acid.
4d4.
We'll say that the female is above Lucius and the male is above Aerois.
Oh, so you would have had advantage on that, I suppose. Because of guiding bolt.
Yeah, you might as well roll, see if you get a crit.
Nope.
Okay.
10 acid
So 10 acid, and then
And it will
take some
take-
more acid.
at the end of his next turn.
Yep. Okay.
Also dichromancy 5.
Oh, and who are you doing that? The same one?
Same one. Comes
Okay.
out my eye.
So you watch as this orange streak splashes against the Griffin's feathers, pitting it with this kind of mottling brown liquid. The actual arrow itself also splashes up onto the front of its puffy torso, magic splashing all around it. Aerois.
Cool. I'm going to cast Slayer's Prey on the male one above my face.
Yep. So you designate that as your Slayer's Prey.
Here's my Slayer's Prey. and then
Basically dead then, right? That's
We'll
how
see.
it works.
one would hope.
We'll see.
That's for my next turn, and then I'm just gonna.
Well, that's bonus action. It's your next attack, I think. It's bonus
choose
action
one
for
of-
Slayer's Prey, right? Or is it an action?
It's an action.
Ah, it's an action, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I guess I'm just gonna dash as a bonus action. Try and get ahead a little.
Are you going to dash or do you want to disengage? Because if you run it or get an attack opportunity.
Oh, disengage then.
Disengage is a bonus action because you're a rogue.
Yep.
And then movement away.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Nice.
Sweet.
So you just dash 30 feet away. Nova.
So at the back of the line where the two griffins are,
It's now
Who's-
Lucius,
is it just-
Scaldi. That's it.
Eagles, actually.
And the Griffins. No, they're Griffins.
I thought it was Storm Eagles.
I said Storm Griffins. The whole time I've been saying Storm
That's
Griffins.
what.
they've got eagle heads.
Yeah, that's
Eagle
what
heads,
you said.
lion bodies.
They the
wings.
bird.
You said
bird-
eagles before. That's a nice drawing.
That's a bird head line.
Nova,
Skulls
you're
are-
invisible. They just don't know that you're there.
Yeah, there's a thing I can do, but I don't want to hurt Scaldi.
Okay, don't then.
I won't then.
Good then.
Well, so is there? So I was thinking of casting Thunderstep, right? And I can teleport one person with me, but it will do 3d10 thunder damage to everyone within 10 feet of the space. So is there a way that I could angle it so that the 10 foot of space doesn't
Now, if you want to get both Griffins, if you wanted to grab Lucius,
and go away,
you could do it so it just hits the Griffin on Lucius,
but it won't get both?
not without also hitting Scaldi.
But then Scaldi's just left there with her butt hanging out.
Yep. NPCs. Or you could grab Scaldi because she's more injured. And leave Lucius to his fate.
Yeah, let me kill someone else in the party. That'll do great things for Nova's self-esteem.
Don't thunderstep. Go in guns blazing. Blast them.
Eldritch, this is blasting.
Or maybe I'll just keep running away.
Yeah, you could do that. What'd you do?
I'm gonna Eldritch Blast.
Do you want to move before you do, so you're at least a bit further away?
Yes, please.
Okay, so you move
So
30
I'll
feet
move 30
ahead.
feet.
Yep. So you're now with Ayla and Quill and Aerois.
Okay, and I'm gonna Eldritch Butt.
Eldritch butt.
Eldritch Button.
Okay.
Shape of an arse.
Yeah.
But
1 for each. Plus 7, so
16 and 21.
21 on one. What he said. 16 and 21.
16 and 21 both hit. Now, which targets are these at?
One at one, one at the other.
Okay. So do the male one first. Roll damage.
Cross arms.
3,
3. Yep, female one.
9.
That one, you watch as the one on the female one, like, cuts through several feathers and scores against her chest, and it kind of yelps, like, "Ah!" in pain, and the male's head kind of whips around, and it begins searching and locks eyes on the now visible Ganassi that did that.
Oh, but.
And you move up towards, basically next to Aerois, Quill, and Lucius. Ayla. Okay.
Ready for another lightning attack.
Bonus actions?
No. I was gonna maybe Misty Step.
Scaldi.
Keep that.
Scaldi is going to cast Word of Radiance on the closest one.
Okay. So I believe Word of Radiance is a saving throw. Wisdom, I believe.
It is a Constitution.
Constitution. That is a
1d6.
15. So it does nothing.
As a bonus action,
Yep.
she's going to illuminate her Lantern of Kalara, and all allies within 10 feet of her will deal an extra 1d4 radiant damage with their weapon attacks.
Okay. That is currently just you. You're the only one.
I have imbued your weapons!
Okay. That is only you. She's only within 10 feet of you.
Oh.
Everyone else is 30 feet away.
Oh, if she knows that, then she
does know
wouldn't
that.
do that.
Would she just move up?
Yeah. she can
she-
move up freely because she's not next to. She's like.
She'll move within 10 feet range, but not in a line of...
Okay. Yeah. So she's now stood between like you guys and Lucius. She's kind of like in between.
She heal herself?
Oh, she didn't, Kim. So
She did her...
Imbued our weapons.
imbued your weapons.
I didn't do that.
No.
Oh.
You just moved up. Ayla, we'll do a whacking.
So wait, I thought you moved up and then did that.
I can do. Yeah.
What are you doing on this NPC's turn?
Am I allowed to do that?
What are you trying to do?
Just the lantern thing.
Move
Right.
up.
You know how actions move and bonus actions work.
I do, Mark.
Then,
Yes.
so then you know how. Then you
So
can do
move.
whatever.
I will do that then.
So you move and then you bonus action Lantern of Kalara.
Yes.
There you go.
You all have 1d4 radiant damage.
Yeah, so everyone
I
has
don't say
plus
that.
1d4 damage on weapon attacks.
Wheels.
Ayla will look and be like, whacking.
Whacking.
All right. She's going to rage, and then she's going to charge the male that Aerois was next to
Nice.
and get a whacking.
Ooh, for an extra 1d4 damage as well.
Yeah. And also, because I'm playing Ayla and not Katie, reckless attack.
That's one of the 6.
Which is a good job I did, because I rolled 1, and I got a 14 on the other one.
Ooh, wait.
For a 23.
Oh, she's also got Bardic Inspiration.
She does. But, well, that was on the first attack, because it's with advantage.
Yes.
Yas.
Yas.
So she does 2, 5, 11 damage with her first attack.
Ooh.
And then on a second one, which was reckless, God, that's only a 7 plus 7 is 14. Still a hit.
Oh.
That's going to be 8, 14.
Ooh.
Nice.
2 big old whacks, and then a dexterity saving throw. It passes
But
for 2 lightning damage.
2 damage.
Nice.
Man.
That was already halved. It was a 5. So you watch as Ayla just runs in, swinging Howling Gale, bam, bam, 2 big blows, but leaves her like torso wide open to retribution. She's a barbarian.
Retribution.
She's raging. Quill.
Quill. Quill. I will.
So Ayla is now beneath the male. Lucius is beneath the female one.
And they're both within 60.
Yeah.
I'm going to point a claw at the female. And I'm going to use command. And the word I will use is flee.
Okay. Wisdom saving throw.
Yes.
Nice.
That's a 19.
Flee.
I like to imagine she hears it as feed.
Feed me.
Damn it.
Anything else?
I'm going to move enough, but so I'm still at least in range with my spells. Enough so that I know that I'm in range of spells.
Okay.
So I suppose.
On the Griffin's turn, the female is going to take acid damage from Melf's acid arrow. Roll that
Yes.
for me.
That is 2d4. 3, 5.
5 more points. So it
That's
begins
fine.
burning away. The male on its turn, so that's at the start of their turn, the male angles itself to the side of Ayla so it can catch Ayla and Lucius as its lightning breath launches
My
forward.
dichromancy wouldn't trigger from that.
It's only when you cast a spell, which is written in the class's description. No, it's fine. So can you make a dexterity saving throw for me, Lucius? Can you make a dexterity saving throw for me? No, that was more for other people who are watching the game.
For those following at home.
No, those following at home.
Who? Oh, we're streaming this, aren't we?
12.
I like to think. I like the fact that we don't think about that.
Yeah.
12.
Yes.
You take half damage from this as a line of lightning, 30 feet long and 5 feet wide, hits you and Ayla. Ayla also passed. So you're going to take, that's 14, 17, half of 17 is 8. Take 8 lightning damage. As the Griffin launches a bolt. Let's
Like
see if
these
the female's lightning
aggressive-
breath.
Screeches.
I just love this. Just an eagle cry
The-
and then.
Yeah, the female will scoot round to the side and do the same thing with her breath recharging. We'll do the same thing back.
Oh, sandwich.
Another dexterity saving throw, please.
For me again.
Yeah, same. It's literally. So you've got
I'm
like
the
the
pivot
male
point.
pivots on Ayla, the female pivots on you, and then they catch you both in these cross lines of lightning.
Crikey.
21.
21. You succeed, but Ayla fails this time. That's 29, so half of that is 14. So you take 14 and Ayla takes 29.
Oh my. Hesper.
Ow! Ayla's just like smoldering, like, ah!
The lightning is
Holy
not resistant
crap.
to lightning.
Not yet. Level
yet.
6. I
Okay.
believe
Ah,
she gets it.
close.
I'm building up a resilience.
Yeah, this will do it.
Definitely. Lucius.
I'm gonna like try and distance myself from everybody, but
Aren't you next to a bird?
yeah, can I just pivot around the back?
Pivot, yeah, absolutely.
So I'm at least 5 feet
Yep.
away from.
Yep. So you're pivoting so if it tries to breath you, it won't hit everybody else.
I think it's more.
I'm guessing I couldn't change something.
What would you like to change?
Like I've got absorb elements as a reaction.
If you want to expend a spell slot to cast Absorb Elements, you would have taken half of that 14, so you take 7 instead.
So half of half, is that how it works?
Yeah.
Okay.
It quarters it, basically.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay, so you cast Absorb Elements as your reaction when you took the lightning damage. I will let you do that. Try and do that in the future, though, like catch me as I'm doing the damage to you.
Yep. I am now going to,
Yes.
because I cast Absorb Elements.
Try and melee attack it.
Yeah. Oh, how high up is it? From?
It's within striking distance. It's
I've
like
got-
hovering. It's like flapping its wings, but it's kind of above you, like trying to bite down and claw you.
I'm going to notice that my little tiny dagger is now
Crackling.
Oh yes, I've got this thing.
Okay, yeah. Make a dagger attack against
Damn.
it.
Okay. Whack. 3 plus fuck all. No.
Yeah. It just kind of like pulls itself back, and you're like left jumping in the air, swinging a knife.
Oh piss.
Okay. Anything else?
No, I can't do anything else.
Aerois.
Cool.
So you watch as like these two griffins have like encircled Lucius and Ayla and are now blasting lightning at them.
Cool. I'm gonna. So they're in striking range still, are they?
You'd have to move up 30 feet to get to them,
Cool.
but you could do that.
I'm gonna choose my longbow and go
Okay.
for a ranged attack on them.
Yep. So the male
go-
is the one you have Slayer's
Yes.
Parade.
I will go for the male, please.
Yep.
So go for them. Ba-ba-ba. Oh, that says 10.
Yep. 10 is a miss. Unfortunately, the arrow sails wide.
Is that any bonus from Hunter's sense?
It just gives her extra damage. And
Yeah.
it provides advantage, sadly.
No.
And you didn't cast Zephyr Strike. That was the thing I was getting confused by.
No.
No, so the arrow, you pull the longbow out, you launch the arrow, just sails past, unfortunately.
Ah, shit.
Nova.
These guys are within 10 feet, aren't they?
Which guys?
Ayla and Lucius.
No.
They're not.
They were 30, you were 30 feet away from Ayla and Lucius, and Scaldy is 10 feet away from you.
So if I go back and cast Thunderstep,
I mean, Ayla and Lucius are both next to the griffins.
that's what I mean. It's
basically,
like if I cast it, I'm going to catch it.
If you want to catch two, you can catch one griffin with Thunderstep because you can take the person with you. You could run up to Lucius, grab Lucius, Thunderstep, but you'd only hit that griffin. You can't catch both griffins
But then
without
I'd
also
leave
catching
Ayla
Ayla.
on her own.
Yeah,
Yeah, but Taylor.
it's Ayla.
She's got like 100 HP.
Yes.
She just took like
100 HP.
she just took a butt ton though.
That's what the two healers are for. Me and
It's up to you.
Scaldy.
What do you want to do?
Okay, I will Thunderstep.
So you run up to Lucius,
So I'm going to run up to Lucius,
grab
grab
him.
and yeah, cast Thunderstep, which means we teleport 90 feet away.
And then they make a what save?
A Constitution saving throw.
Okay, they fail, but they are resistant to thunder damage, so they're going to take half of this damage anyway.
They get healed by thunder damage.
Not thunder damage, no.
Oh.
Ah. Wait. Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Didn't Ayla do some lightning damage?
She did, I forgot though.
Inspiration?
How much?
10 damage.
So half to 5. But you watch as that, although the thunder damage seems to kind of hit the creature and doesn't quite seem to have the effect you suspect, you watch as its wings buckle and it kind of temporarily has to land, and you can see it kind of beginning to back away, no longer engaged with a threat. It kind of like looks wounded, scrapes burnt chest, and it begins limping away. But the male is still incredibly busy
I think that's
fighting.
the thing. I'd like run at Lucius, just shouting, "Incoming!" and like sort of
Like,
rugby tackle him
and then
into a portal.
yeah, and you hear this thunderous.
How did you throw me this far? With this so far away?
Scaldy. What does Scaldy do?
She's got a powered up radiant damage hand axe right now, so she's going to slash at the closest one.
Yeah, there's just the one left, which is fighting Ayla.
Oh, that is a
17.
loud dice.
What's her attack bonus?
17.
Oh, there's 17 hits,
Definitely awake.
plus the d4.
5. 6.
6 damage.
Oh, and the... Yeah.
And then she gets to make an offhand attack as well as a bonus
Yeah.
action. And roll to hit first.
10. No.
10, that doesn't hit.
like
So
when
she
it
kind of
comes to
swipes
Scaldy.
with these two hand axes, but it doesn't quite connect. Ayla, on her
Scaldy's
turn.
forgotten how to play D&D.
Bonus action.
Yeah,
Can I healing word?
yes,
Ayla.
yeah.
4.
Okay. So she speaks a runic word and it heals. Ayla is going to do some
counts as
whacking.
that, yeah.
Reckless.
Uh-oh.
First one hits. Second one is a natural 20. That's why you reckless, barbarians. That is why you reckless.
Absolutely.
So it gives advantage on both attacks.
Yeah. It gives you advantage on any attacks you make that round.
And it's just -5 to hit, right?
No, it's you just any attacks against you have advantage.
Why would you?
Reckless attack is
Why would you never do that?
reckless attack plus Great Weapon Master is insane. That's what Grog used to do.
I wanted to ask, by the way.
Go on, Kim.
1d4 as well.
He rolled that.
I did that.
Yeah, Ayla does as well. Yeah,
Um,
I'm about to roll it.
So-
In fact, I just rolled.
Bardic Inspiration. Now, this is going purely by what it says in the rules, so apologies for the min-maxing. But it says that you add the 1d6 to the dice roll. So if you roll like a 17 and you get a 3 on the ability check, does that become a 20?
Yeah.
And that's
I'm gonna. Yeah, I don't think there's some wording there, but you can't. It has to be a 20 on the dice.
Okay.
Unless you have a feature which is like, you score crits on a 19 or 20.
okay.
I
yeah,
believe.
Fair enough. That makes sense.
The first attack is gonna kill this thing anyway.
Oh,
but
Lord.
the critical damage is going to be, 16 plus another 6. That's 22. Plus another 6 from her damage bonus is 28. She would have done 28 points of damage.
Oh,
Jesus
man.
Christ.
That is why you're reckless.
Yeah.
She just slams the skull of the male into the ground as this whole griffin just collapses, just like into the mud.
Oh, man.
And I think at this point, although it's just seen its mate die, the female is going to want to protect its children and will basically.
Oh, there are children.
Yeah. Ayla turns on it. I mean, yeah, like she's like ready to kill it. Whoops. Quill, you go before the griffins though.
So it hasn't fled yet.
It's not fled yet.
But I mean,
Does it look like it's going?
It looks really beaten up, and it was backing off anyway.
would Quill know that if one of the two were to die, the others would flee?
Depends.
On.
Well, sometimes they might like die fighting for their mate, but if it has nest, if it has children, it probably will
Does it
prioritize
look
them.
recently pregnant?
Make a perception check.
Does it look like a tired mum?
Make a perception check.
I mean, could I insight it?
No, I'd say perception. Perception followed by a nature check, probably.
So 15, I guess, with disadvantage.
Yep.
3. So 10, followed by nature. 12. 10 and 12.
Lots of feathers.
Lots of feathers.
And lion feet.
But I mean, you did just say
I mean, I didn't say anything.
that's
No
true.
such thing.
Would you
Go on,
take
Quill.
sympathy on your bird
Yeah, it's
friends?
backing off. It looks heavily injured, but seeing its mate die, it might just go crazy and attack.
Okay.
You know.
I'm going to. So Ayla's still in there, and she's.
Ayla's
looking-
like near it. She's not quite next to it.
But she's still mega beat
Oh
up.
yeah, she's like beat up to hell.
Okay, I will cast a bonus action healing word on her.
My
then.
God.
Sure, yeah. Heal somebody at the end of a combat.
My God.
I mean, look, I don't know it's the end of a combat.
Yeah, roll d4.
You said it's not the end of combat.
I appreciate that. Thank you for not metagaming.
Well, no, I haven't got any spells, other spells I want to burn. So yeah, bam, 2 plus 2,
It's another 4 hit.
3, 4.
Math.
So that's your bonus action. Anything else?
Yeah, I'd like to burn a level 3 spell slot as well, please. No, that's it. I'm done.
No? Almost
done.
Sacred Flame the Griffin?
Sure. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I have to make a dex save.
You're
I'm
going to
sure-
murder an entire family, an entire little griffin bloodline.
Oh, that's a natural 20 anyway. 20 plus 2, so it
Ah, damn it.
So on the Griffin's turn, it basically turns to fly away. I believe Lucius gets an attack of opportunity.
No, because we was zapped off.
Oh, you zapped off, so there's nothing around it. So yeah, it just flies away. It will dash, so it goes 160 feet away from you. Is anybody going to try and kill this thing?
No.
No?
I mean,
No.
you've got
You're the only one, I think, that
you've
can
got
actually
Hunter's
hit
Prey
it.
on it.
I think Eldritch
I've
Blast
got
is out
Slayer's
of
Prey on
range,
it.
right? 'Cause it's
120.
120, so it's out of range.
Oh, I could. I've got Slayer's Prey on it.
It's your favorite.
That was on the
enemy.
male. This is the female.
Oh, that's all right then.
Oh.
Okay. No.
We have to go kill the kid.
You're tracking it with a bow.
Yeah,
You're
it's
like,
like if it comes back, I'll let go.
Let's go find its children.
Yeah.
okay,
In
But
for a
can
penny.
I-
success.
Can I pluck some feathers out of the male? And
Yeah, absolutely.
stick
Yeah,
them in
you
my
can
hat?
see that it's most of its feathers. Actually, it didn't take any acid damage, so its carcass is in good condition. Its beak is probably shattered
Yeah.
from the giant hammer.
Full bow
Oh.
costume?
In. But you could definitely pluck some griffin feathers.
Can I take its eye?
Huh?
Can I take its eye and just
Yeah.
put it into
Griffin
my own?
eyes are a component in some spells.
Are they?
Yeah.
I don't
Griffin
know
eyes,
that, though.
Its claws are also used for things like weapons or decoration.
If we wear its skin, we'll get the armor
Just,
that
like,
we were
chop
meant
off
to
its
get
face.
when we get to Goldthorn.
Wyvern armor, actually.
Oh, I need to remember my creatures.
Actually, it's wyvern.
So
I think I'll find.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I have some feathers and
So yeah,
a
the
hand.
other creature flies off, and we're now out of initiative. So
So how mega beat up is everyone looking?
Ayla just kind of turns around after a minute and goes like, "Ow!"
Okay, that's one.
Didn't quite hurt as bad as that orc's lightning bolt, but it was pretty bad.
Good to know.
I'm just gonna have a sit down.
Sure. Everyone else, how are you all doing?
Scaldy's a bit burnt.
I can also, if I just take a moment to rest, I'm sure I'll be okay.
I could feel better, honestly.
Okay, could we stop here for 10 minutes?
Sure.
Stop here for an hour.
How are you?
I am.
Ayla is going to
Gee.
spend some hit dice on a short rest.
Doing a.
Oh, so we're doing a short rest.
Let's do a
That's what
short
Ayla's
rest.
doing.
Let's do a short rest instead.
Short
then.
rest.
I was going to do a prayer of healing if it was only 10 minutes we were staying here, but that's cool.
Let's do.
'Cause then I
D8
recover
plus
my
2 or
stuff, yeah.
10 plus.
You recover spells like on a short rest, yeah.
Yummy, yummy, yummy.
Bugs in my tummy.
Spell slots in my tummy.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
No, I'll leave her on. She's got 9 damage still, but she's pretty hit.
28 out of 30 on 2 hit dice.
Tasty.
Not bad.
Not bad. Okay, so you take like an hour's rest.
We should rest in the fog.
I mean, the
Fog's
fog.
gone.
No, I think it lasts an hour, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can literally go. Just, it's the fog in the middle of this alley. Like, I mean, it's kind of muddy and wet, the ground.
Cold.
You can sit there. Ayla just kind of like starfishes down to the ground, like. Probably like her hair's like a little bit frizzy and like.
It's exactly.
Yeah.
I didn't realize the extent of just how dangerous this land is.
Yeah, they come from the storm, all those things. They're a bit vicious.
And they attack in pairs too.
Yes, well, yeah.
Terrifying.
Anything else you want to tell us about? Any other monsters?
Yes, I do. There are.
I mean, those Storm Griffins and Thunder Eagles, you're in the Storm Wall. That's the other threat I guess you would have is like goblins that have rooted into the mountains. Ex Court of Shadows goblins that now like lurk in the mountains, but most of the time they're dealt with easily enough.
Nothing
In
out of
terms of
the ordinary.
monsters, Aerois is the one who knows more about Myrskyr monsters because you never really came down here. So
Myrskyr.
Myrskyr,
Yeah.
things like boulets and kegs and.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't know.
Boulez.
Boulets.
Avec moi.
Okay, so yeah, you complete the short rest. You guys have marked off your hit dice and stuff.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a hell of a rest, in fact.
Yeah.
Done.
Great. You just carry on.
I suppose.
So Scaldy, if you give me back her character sheet, I'll
I drew
take a
some
short-
spell slots on there.
Cool, thanks.
Her HP is 18.
That's fine. She's going to take a short rest as well. 'Cause she's
Cool.
got some hit dice she can spend. Burp, burp,
Lucius, that orb
7.
thing, is that a new one?
Did you like it? What did you think?
It was.
Did you count
doesn't
down?
fit.
So she was on 6 and then she healed. Now she's on 18.
Yes, she's on 18 now.
She's on 18 hit points.
Yeah, she started at the bottom, but now she's here.
Because she was on 18 mid-fight and...
No, she went down to 6.
And then I healed
Somebody-
her.
and then
We're
he
back
healed her.
together.
Yeah.
Shut up, Kim.
Okay. Yeah, she only needs to spend 1 hit dice then. So.
I liked it a lot. It was beautiful, in fact.
Thank you. Yes, I really worked on the. Just the pizzazz of it, honestly. Yes, it's quite oily.
Wait, what's it? You worked on it? Is
Yes, well,
one
I
of
mean-
yours?
Yes. Well, I've.
Is it a modified Hunger of Hadar?
What? I don't know. It just came out.
Out of interest, Kim, you do not know that spell.
Oh,
Nobody on Aerois knows that spell.
Really? Okay.
Yep. There are certain sources certain spells come from.
Okay. Fair
So
enough.
if you were thinking of taking it, it would be
Yeah,
the same
it
thing as
would've-
Lucius. You
okay.
could take it, but we'd reflavor it to be Tiangong specific.
Okay.
But
Behind the scenes
Hadar is a
I almost
being.
took that.
Yeah.
Retcon that. Wait, how?
You can be familiar with like the basic formula of the spell, and like maybe that was something you kind of know of, but the Hadar is.
How
not
did you
something,
construct that? Like ice and cold and acid. That's so personal. I
How does
love
one?
it.
How does one pee? Honestly, it just comes to me.
Are you saying that magic is like peeing?
Yes.
That is the oddest.
It's just an
comparison.
instinct, right? You just
Magic's
know
weird.
how to do it.
Suppose.
Is that not how magic works for you, Birdie?
I mean, I have to actually put some thought and mind into it, and
Yeah, my magic.
beyond.
Yours is like a prayer to Hesper. It's like it's in your head. You're like, Hesper, do this thing. or
Yeah, but I don't. It's not like peeing.
Yeah, my
it
magic.
not?
My magic comes from Tiangong,
Right. Well, mine comes from within.
I guess
like urine.
Yes, exactly.
I
It
suppose.
all comes from within.
I hope your urine isn't blue and orange.
Yeah.
And
Depends what
it's
you're
not
drinking.
acidy and burning.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah, you need to get that checked out by.
Not right now, I'm fine.
Okay.
if we're finished discussing Master Ralph's urination, perhaps we should carry on.
We probably should. Yeah.
At our current rate, we'll be arriving near nighttime. That is when the spirits are most active, with this short rest we've had to take. Do we wish to wait and try and go to the ruins in the morning, or...?
Well, I did burn a lot of magical energy. I always get confused of how to describe spell slots
I mean, it's your reserves of magical energy.
in that fight.
The other issue is, like that traveler said, if we remain here, we may encounter that ghost horse rider.
So these spirits, they have actually left the area of.
Seems to be.
Isn't this what we're doing anyway?
We need to go there and stop them.
I mean, in our experience with Rose Hall, it was easier to go in during the day.
It just means camping out another night, and we may encounter this
What's
ghost
worse?
rider.
And also, any more big birdies that could attack us whilst we're sleeping.
What? It is a ghost rider.
No, it's just you had quite a weird look on your face after you said it. More smug, knowing.
I can keep watch again, if need be.
Well, I mean, again,
It's your choice, adventurers.
Is it-
Either way, I feel like we're going to have to deal with various forces.
I mean,
Either press on and go into the ruins tonight, or we wait.
Araya, you're the expert in this navigation and Myrskyr, and Scaldi, you're the expert in the undead. What is the best suggestion in your minds?
I would, well, personally, I prefer doing things during the day, so we can see what's going on. But then, like Scully said, the ghosts are less active at night, so
More active at night.
or more active at nights. Exactly. So
I think my only concern, normally I would say let us wait until morning, but that wouldn't add another day, and I know you're keen to return to your friend as well. And this talk of this ghost rider, it may be another battle we have to manage our way through.
I mean, either way, it sounds like we'll have to encounter that one way or another, right?
Potentially. Could be if we can deal with the source of whatever is aggravating the spirits, perhaps we won't have to deal with it.
What about you two?
I'm willing to press on. Don't particularly want to get caught with my panties down in a valley.
Yeah, I'm fine to fight.
Nova?
She just shakes her head at Lucius. All the words coming out of Lucius's face.
I've never heard of it either.
I'll do whatever everyone thinks is best.
press on.
Press on.
All right. You press on. As
not
night
wearing
begins
underwear.
descending, as night descends, the clouds overhead make it a very dark night. Even the light of the cradle doesn't seem to poke through very often, just breaks in the clouds. The light from Scaldi's lantern, your own torches, dancing lights provide little illumination. From the main trade road, you can see the tip of the ruined keep from behind a series of hills, as well as this strange sword pommel rising up into the air. Scaldi leads you off the track and up several rocky slopes, until eventually you can now look down upon the ruins fully. Bleak as it is, you can tell that its closeness and proximity to the river means that the ruin is now partially flooded with storm water. Its shattered walls and broken columns stick up out of the shallow depths. The marble-like stone is pristine, white and gold specks, blended together and reflecting what little light there is. Half of the walls have collapsed and exposed the inside of the watchtower itself, but the damage to the keep has clearly not been caused by time or weather, but through battle, and quite a battle it must have been. Dozens of dead, broken guardians rise up out of the floodwaters, partially hidden and submerged, some still standing in battle poses or impaled on spears. Some are half crouched in the water with blades driven into their torsos. But most striking of all is an enormous, near 20 feet tall metal head and parts of its upper chest. Nearby, a titanic arm still clutching a rusted greatsword, impossibly huge, crushes into the side of the keep itself as its walls poke out over the top. The metal head's visor still has a faint green glow.
Oh, man.
As you look down in the night, you can now also see dozens of spectral soldiers, faint, half-faded in uniforms that remind you of the kind of things you might have seen in museums of the old war, or perhaps in history books, all showcasing the Star Pantheon, the alliance, the Starborn alliance of Siaska and her gods. And these soldiers seem to be going about their duties, performing patrols, manning the walls where they can, or otherwise just scouting the ruins grounds. So, the map you guys see, and if Sid's there, maybe he can show us.
Yeah.
You guys are all on this far corner edge over here.
Okay.
But this is roughly what you can see. You can see that there are large rocks, the ruined keep itself, and then this titan that I borrowed from Ben's desk is the head. So it's not a full body, it's basically like a head, and maybe just the tops of its neck and chest
that's huge.
are like sticking out of the ground. And you can see the ground is all distorted, the buildings have been sunk and collapsed. The actual giant mech itself, like its arm, is then sticking out of the ground nearby, and its sword is plunged into the walls as if it just broke them before it crashed into the earth itself. And it has this single kind of like helm slit visor, where it's just this pale green glow emanating from it.
Oh, that's so
And then there are spirits all over. They're kind of all just wandering about.
And we're obscured where we are.
Yeah, you're kind of like on top of a hill and you're kind of pressed against the ground looking down. Scaldy whispers, "This is it. That's the ruins of the Night Eye.
And what is that?
Some sort of old machine left over from the war. One of Starbane's devices, I guess.
It looks active still, or at least
It doesn't move.
Enormous.
It doesn't move, if that's what you're worried about.
So big.
it's embedded in the ground at the very least. But what's the sword? Is that from him as well?
Nova, it's looking down at this that you feel that pull of Tiangong. There is something of it buried in the earth somewhere beneath this stone structure, this ruin that you can see.
Oh wow, we're here.
You can feel that slither is nearby, beneath the earth.
Does it look like it can move again?
I mean, imagine like it's like literally like one arm is like underground, so it's almost like at an angle. It just has a head, and then off in the distance, like where its arm would rise up, it's just clutching the hilt of a sword, which is plowed into the ground.
Yeah.
And it's just like
So it's like stabbing the structure.
it looked like it was like stabbing it, and then it's obviously all
Right.
fallen in and
Can I
collapsed.
tell like how deep like the?
I mean, not really. You just get the sense that it's underground.
Just a head on tiny wheels.
I guess maybe it's past.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I think Nova at this point, knowing what you know about the shuttle and the green light from its visor, it's the same green light that you saw in the shuttles. That was the energy source.
But does it feel like, you know, like how Night Frost was powering the other one? Do I know that this is Tiangong?
Yeah, this is more like the shuttle. When you first found
Yeah.
the Tiangong, you know, the shard of Tiangong, whatever you have now, you get the sense that this metal behemoth was powered by a shard of Tiangong.
Oh, sorry. So it's not a guardian then. It's a.
No, this
war
thing does
machine.
not even have.
For some reason,
it doesn't look like a guardian. It's the metal is all rusted. Like it doesn't have the same design as a Guardian. This looks like literally a giant mecha that like fantasy built with like you can see that probably there were once like gemstones or crystals. They're now cracked and broken. You can see like lines of cabling like coming down from the head into its chest, which is sunken beneath the
We
earth.
can easily identify it as having been in the ship.
Similar constructions.
Yeah.
Black crystals, same kind of weird dark grey metal. It's a Starbane weapon.
Oh, that's so cool.
If this is the kind of thing that Starbane had.
Shut up.
Sorry?
Sorry. Tiangong.
Slower. Try slower.
And
Think
maybe
of the
a bit
words.
quicker, actually.
There's a fragment of Tiangong in the mech.
In the mech?
In the mech.
A fragment
It's probably powering it.
in the mech? A fragment.
I can feel Tiangong below the ground. It's telling me there's a bit of Tiangong below the ground. It's probably in the mech, powering the mech.
What's a mech? Oh, the big...
The big machine, the big war machine, the big Starbane war machine.
War machine would probably be the right term.
Yeah.
We won't use the word mech.
Yeah.
Starbane? Oh.
If this is a Starbane thing, I want nothing to do with it.
Well, I mean, it's... So, if it's powering it, then it has... Well, I mean, it clearly has power. The visor... The visor, what do I call it
Yeah,
there?
it's like the helm, the head.
The head is lit up with that green glow. So,
We need to get the fragment.
I
Fragment.
imagine whatever is causing these undead, there's always been, there's rooms, there's tunnels. Part of the old keep was a temple to Siaska. It's buried beneath this ruin in the earth. There must be an entrance to it somewhere. It's probably where whatever's disturbing these spirits is. So we'll have to go on down there and find it. And then if you wish to search for this war machine, its heart, you can do that.
I really need to.
I mean, it's a piece of... This is exactly what we've been looking for. Well, at least for Tiangong.
Seems that our, at least, it seems like our
If there's a-
interests align then.
If there's a fragment of Tiangong still active and you can feel its pull, there's a chance that it could still have enough to move this thing.
We might need to be wary with Tiangong itself. There's a chance it can sense the other side.
More power, yes.
Or we could control the war machine.
With those same dark powers that occupied Night
You
Frost.
don't want to. That is a creature. I mean, it likely killed all of these people. I mean, you can see the Guardians' bodies, but the regular soldiers' remains have long since gone.
I suppose
This thing killed hundreds, thousands, perhaps.
well, there's signs nearby of just like...
Oh yeah, battle. Like the keep looks like it's been like hacked and torn apart by big metal hands. But you can also see like there are guardians, but the guardians themselves have been killed by weapons. Like this was a battle. This must have been on the front lines near the end of the war.
It's going to be very tricksy.
Would Nova have any knowledge of like that relationship between the fragment? Like, is it just a power source, or could someone use it to control like these machines or anything? Because given that,
As you know, the only
the
real
fragment
evidence you
power-
have is like you've seen what Night Frost could do,
Yeah.
and you knew that Tiangong was powering like the skiff, like the little mini ship, like the shuttle. So yeah, they're obviously a source of power, but then he's an Eterna. You know that. You know that the Eterna are power sources for a lot of Starbane's weapons.
well, it's just that I guess because Night Frost had a sentience.
Whereas Tiangong, it's been broken up that it
Yeah.
has very little of this sentience left.
Yeah. Okay.
Probably because it was so powerful, Starbane realized he could break it up and then power many things from one source. Because they're all connected, they're all linked.
I knew that Tiangong was powerful, but so powerful that even a shard could control that? Yeah. That's incredible. We have to get it back, surely. I mean, I'm with you on this one.
Thank you, Quill.
Well, there's enough talking. We need to decide what we're going to do. There's spirits down there, and
Yes.
there's an entrance.
How are we going to get to the entrance without being spotted by all of these spirits?
Yeah, you can see the spirits are semi-half faded. They don't look as together as the ones in the ruins, the Elven Palace that you saw before.
I don't suppose we can see Knight Rider
No,
ghost riding the whip.
can't see Ghost Rider.
Okay.
Spirit of vengeance.
If I can
God,
sneak
it's
down
not
there, I
Griffin,
can make
is
another
it?
fog cloud
I'm
and
not
you
saying
can
it.
sneak in.
That's actually Turns out the fog cloud is very useful.
It's very useful. Many things.
Yeah.
But I feel like once we're down there and we've been spotted, that's a good getaway.
How many more of those can you do?
Let's see. I can do 2 more.
Well,
I can do 1 for getting in and 1 for getting out.
I can make 2 of us invisible.
That can always help.
Well, hopefully, once we get down there and stop whatever is aggravating the spirits, we won't need to worry about fighting our way out.
okay, let's just worry about getting in stealthily then. So maybe a fog cloud is good.
Fog cloud?
But we need to know which direction the entrance is. Or we're just going to chance it and go for the ruin.
Don't suppose we can see that from...
You see what you see before you. You can see that there are parts of the keep which still seem intact. You can see that it's all partially flooded. You don't know how deep the water is at this point. Like,
Oh, I see.
looking at the buildings, I'd say, Quill, you had the best estimation. I mean, it might come up to like your waist.
Are the
It's like, you know,
the spirits
few
walking
feet
like
deep.
on the...
Yeah, the spirits are just, the water doesn't affect them. They're just walking on top of it. But the water itself, looking at the walls, you reckon it's about waist high for a medium-sized human.
I could conjure an image and try and draw them away, like the cow.
That could work.
You could,
Sorry, Lucius.
you could.
And it's an intimidating foe.
I don't think a cow will work on these ones though, so something else.
No. Maybe let's see if they're soldiers. Something callousy, something Starbany.
You could replicate some of the soldiers we saw in the ship.
Yes.
Those.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
We're on the same page?
Yes.
Okay.
The remnant.
A remnant.
Yeah, a remnant. I was
Yes.
more thinking a mind flare or something.
Well,
Can you breathe under that water?
Oh, yeah, I don't need to breathe. Yeah.
So
Thanks for reminding me.
if we need to
Nobody
scout-
just stops breathing.
you gasp a lot
does
for
that
someone who
work?
doesn't breathe.
I don't think you need air.
It's like-
You just don't
you
need
are
oxygen.
air.
Yeah.
That's why she talks so fast. When she
Oh, yeah.
It's like literally, you can just talk and never pause for
Oh
breath.
my god. So wait, could you just continuously scream as well?
Oh, why would
It'd probably ruin her vocal cords though.
Why would you want me to do that?
No, I'm just asking, is that...
I
Could
guess.
you continuously yell like a siren?
In theory, I guess.
This is not the time.
No, you're right, this is definitely not the time.
Saying.
You guys get so tangential. You're like, wow, let's talk about this right before we sneak into the keep.
I have no idea where the entrance is the only thing. But we could definitely try and lure them away. If they're even, lucid.
Well, Nova said that we can go invisible, right? Can't.
I can
all
only
of
make 2
us.
of us invisible.
Yeah.
How about
two
you
of
go
us go
invisible
invisible?
and scout around for an entrance underwater?
I think Aerois may be the best one to send with you for that.
I can help you.
How can you breathe underwater?
Not very well, but I'm very accustomed to water. I'm quite a good swimmer.
I guess if you go, I can make 2 of us invisible. So maybe you go overground and I go underground.
Sounds like a good plan.
How big is your fog cloud?
Let
As
me have a
big
look
as we
again.
saw it last time, it's like
It
40
is
feet.
20 feet radius, at least.
Okay.
40.
40 around.
Yeah.
Well, just come back to us when you find the entrance. And then we'll go from there.
If I find it.
You'll find it. I believe in you both.
What are you doing?
We'll find it.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Okay.
Oh, I also believe in you too. Bardic Inspiration.
Yeah, and you can do it.
Come on, give me a
You are the worst bard.
I think the Bardic Inspiration I gave to Ayla in that fight was probably the best inspiration I've ever given.
Okay, great.
I don't remember it.
You've got this. You're the stealthiest of all of us. You're an Agonassi. You don't need to breathe under there.
I'm stating facts.
You've got this. Find the entrance, come back to us. We'll get the shard. Toot sweet,
Okay, there you go. There's your
as
bardic
Lucius would
inspiration.
say, I imagine.
Okay.
Bardic Inspiration.
Get D6, next 10 minutes.
I got this.
And then you're casting invisibility on you and Aerois.
Okay.
We can do this.
Give me your hand. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
All right, you both vanish from everybody's sight, including each other's. And then what do you do?
So I'm going.
So you just move. In fact, why don't we have Aerois move first? Just think about where you're going to go.
Okay.
Right, just plan, think of a square that you're going to go to. Because technically you're both going to move, but you don't know where either of you are. So Kim, you now think of where you're going to go.
I think.
So you both
and
have
then
to
pick
stay.
up your miniatures.
We just said because. So where's the
Yeah.
water?
The water is everywhere.
Okay.
So
I
as
guess-
soon as you kind of get in the vague sense, don't move your miniature. Just pick your miniature
Sorry.
up and
Okay,
think
I
about
think-
where you're going to go.
I think you have to both place it at the same time.
Exactly the same time.
Oh,
yeah.
brilliant! Yes,
While
I
not
love
looking
this.
at each
Well,
other.
don't look at
So
each other.
Is this like all water? Like
It's all water. Everything green
That's
is
not
water.
stone, okay.
Yeah.
Technically-
everything that's not stone is water.
Nova held out a hand to Aerois, so they were
That's true, they are currently holding
Did they
hands.
break that?
I
Or
don't know. Did they?
I don't know.
Did you?
we can kind of speak as well, right?
You can speak, yeah. Do you want to speak when you get down there?
I'm gonna say. Well, before we go, I'll say I'm gonna go for the water.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm going to go round the land.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Well, okay, put yourselves down then.
That's a good in-character way of solving that problem.
So I'll come in there.
Okay. So you get down, you begin making your way down this slope. Now, as soon as you hit the water, it sinks to about waist deep. So you move at half speed, and you have disadvantage on the stealth checks you're about to make.
Oh, cute.
Because you're invisible, but you're moving through water. Ripples, movement, churn.
Oh yeah.
Like you're invisible. So you see just like a hole where the water should be, and just like
Oh,
blub,
wow.
blub, blub,
Yeah.
blub, blub around.
For some reason, I just thought I'd only see ripples, but I guess there would literally just be.
they displaced the water.
Yeah.
Displace the water, yeah.
What if I'm purposely
disadvantage
trying to
stealth
be,
check.
like, you know, just lower myself down.
So are you going under the water?
Yeah.
So you can make a stealth check without disadvantage.
like a crocodile.
Yeah, but Aerois unfortunately is like
Okay.
wading through this water, just leaving like a hole.
Yeah.
Right, so stealth check with disadvantage.
And then I can use my.
What are you after?
Because of my natural
part of it?
explorer
After the roll, you can.
thingy,
Yes.
can I? It says you can double your proficiency bonus skills when you
Sure.
make initiative or wisdom in my chosen terrain.
So but it doesn't say stealth,
No.
so don't get about it. But you will get it for when searching for stuff.
Yes.
Wisdom.
Cool.
15.
17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 23.
Is that with disadvantage?
No.
Ay!
13.
13.
Worst. That's fine.
So Nova, you kind of get to the edge of the water and you sink down. It's only a few feet, so you're literally just like crawling along the ground,
Okay.
like but underwater. You don't need to breathe. You're
Okay.
just scatting around, and you can see that it's a few feet, and you're kind of hitting the base level of the keep itself, like looking around, searching around, and you can see that some sections of it. It's also this was probably once a top level of the keep, but it has sunken into the ground and then the water's flooded. So you're actually kind of like, there's probably a layer of the keep under here as well. So you're kind of like searching around.
So is there anything I can go like through?
Not yet where you are. You're looking around, you can see stairs leading up, but it does look like there's some bits where you can go underneath and search further deeper down. Aerois, you begin like moving your way through sploosh, sploosh. And there's a couple of spirits around here that kind of turn, and wordlessly their mouths are moving, but you don't hear anything. And you begin to see them like pulling weapons. And then several of them almost seem to like come together into like this group, this unit.
Oh, it's the G unit.
Wow. What?
It's the ghost unit.
Ghost unit. Ghost protocol unit.
Sure.
Several
Gee,
others over here do the same. These kind of swarms of spirits coalesce and they begin moving towards you. And that's going to be initiative.
Is that like
Oh, is
through
it?
the
Oh,
water?
hello.
Huh?
Us as well.
No, they're running on top of the water.
So they haven't. Okay. So can I see them like just suddenly?
Yeah, you watch, you can look up and you see these spirits like begin massing into these units.
And they're heading towards each
Alright.
person. Oh, right.
They're not heading towards Nova yet. Lucius is your name.
That is, yeah.
That's me.
Okay.
It's not me.
It's me.
Mario.
Wahoo!
These are nice
Wow!
painted mini.
Those are actually, I believe, Mr. Brindley's.
Damn.
But I don't know if he painted them or if he had them painted. 9 for Ayla. Aerois, initiative.
9.
Quill.
Unnatural 20.
Nova.
19.
Lucius.
7.
Scaldi. Her stats are here.
11.
Cool. So Quill, you are the first to react as you see you're kind of stood on the bank on this hill, looking down, like peering over. you can see these swarms turning towards Aerois' position.
Lucius, they're going to stink when they get back. Oh no! I think they've been spotted. I mean, so do they? And they're both like pinpointed onto Aerois' position.
Well, the other one, the one that's kind of in the middle, is kind of just it's readying itself as if aware that they're under attack or something like that. The other one, the furthest one, is honing in on Aerois' position.
Okay, I will, as an action, do a message to Aerois, so it's silent in her head, and it's basically get under the water. They might not see you.
Okay.
And I think that's basically all I'm going to do on this turn.
Okay.
Is she within 60 feet? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 50, 50. Yes. I will also bonus action Shield of Faith her.
Okay, so +2 to AC.
Oh.
Okay. Nova.
I'm going to carry on looking.
You're just going to search?
Yeah, so I guess 30 feet.
Yeah, I mean, move where you want to move.
So seeing that these bums are here, I'm probably going to go... Oh, the mechs. Can I see the mech underwater?
No, because
Sorry.
so imagine that the head. It's also just the head of it, right?
Yeah.
You see its shoulders dip in, but it just hits the ground. Like the water's only a few feet deep because the ground here is all displaced. It looks like the mech goes further underground.
War machine.
There's the war machine.
Machine,
I keep calling it. The war machine goes further underground. The water is literally just on the surface layer of the earth, and then there must be more beneath that earth as well.
Okay, can I see anywhere where it goes deeper or like...
I'd say that, like, looking around here, it looks like there might be, like, parts under here, there might be parts under here. It's not necessarily it goes deeper, but you can see that there are, like, pockets where the earth is a bit shallower, yeah.
I'll probably nip off this way then, like about there.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you start searching around. Make an investigation check for me.
Dice.
Okay.
Action.
21.
21. Looking around this area, no, this looks like it was maybe once part of like some sort of battlement or balcony. The earth just kind of sinks in. You don't get any sense of any kind of other hidden entrances or like doorways or anything like that. Not in this area. You could pretty much clear the entire area around the war machine, and you don't find anything in that area. The war machine itself is literally like the head. You see the connections, and then it's just earth, and everything else is buried. So after Nova, we go to Scaldi.
Stay close to me.
I'm never giving you an NPC ever again. You're the worst. Why you ruin my life? I also realised I don't actually have a mini for Scaldi. I don't think I brought one. I was going to use Arvel's. Can you just use this hammer for now?
She's going to illuminate her lantern of Clara again.
So it costs a spell slot.
Yeah. It's doing the 15-foot of anything within 15 feet of us will take 3 radiant damage.
Yeah, any undead within that radius, yeah.
And can you say, I think we should distract.
How about I'll play my character. I'm worried that your friend is going to be in danger. The spirits, we should move in. I don't know if it's going to be enough.
Okay.
We'll need to defeat these creatures. She want to move, or is she just going to stay where she is?
She'll start moving towards
Orion.
Orion.
Okay. So move 25 feet. She's a dwarf. Araya.
Hello. I would like to use Hunter's Sense on the boy. Just see if he's got any damage, immunities, resistances, or vulnerabilities.
Right?
Yar.
Yes. Right. Okay. You ready for this?
Bring
What is it?
it.
You learn their resistances, immunities.
Vulnerabilities. And whether or not they're hidden from divination magic.
Okay, they're not hidden from divination magic. They are resistant to acid, fire, lightning, thunder, and weapon attacks from non-magical weapons. They are immune to necrotic, poison, charmed, exhaustion, frightened, grappled, paralyzed, petrified, poisoned, prone, and restrained. They don't have a vulnerability, but I'll give you this. Sunlight sensitivity. Whilst in sunlight, they have disadvantage on attack rolls and perception checks.
That was like the Pokemon rap.
That was.
Necrotic, poison, charm, exhaustion, frightened, grappled, paralyzed, petrified. You can make anything the potion
D&D
wrap, by the
Beyond,
way.
D&D Beyond.
That's what we should do. Like, we should do the D&D Beyond wrap.
Nice.
Yeah, they got a better song anyway.
They do have a better song.
Sponsorship money. We could.
Nice. And
So
then,
that's what you learn. That's your action.
cool. And then can I go underwater?
So you just
Like, I know what you are.
okay. You hold your breath and dip underwater. Ayla is just like, yeah, I don't know if that's gonna work, Quill. And then she just starts like just barreling through the water.
Sploosh, sploosh.
Yeah. So
worth a
she
try.
can move 40 feet.
So you can take it as like a hide action or something.
She had a movement. Would you like to try and hide? Because I believe you can bonus action hide as a rogue.
Sure.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, make a stealth check.
Sweet.
Which one do I use?
I mean,
Y'all got such little faith in us.
24.
24. Yeah, you kind of dick yourself and like push away from like the wall or something like that. But Ayla still is like, yeah, no.
So she moves 30 feet.
So she actually goes 40 feet, I believe.
Such little faith in us.
Yep, now she's visible. so much for the hiding.
Well, Scaldy's already moving towards them anyway. So.
Dwarves.
Yeah.
She's probably drowning.
In fact, actually, no, their movements are all halved. I just remembered that. So, because of the water. And then duck her back 20 feet. Yep.
Okay.
As you're trying to wade through it. So that's Ayla's go. Lucius.
I'll do my 15 feet of movement to catch up with Scaldy. And I will...
Don't forget you're invisible, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So you're hiding underwater invisible.
Yes.
I mean, they sensed that you were somewhere because they could hear the splooshing and splashing. But now that you're still, nobody
Super
can know
cool.
where you are.
You might get behind him.
Have they all coalesced into 2 units of that
Yeah,
other
basically,
things around?
No, there's these 2 big units of spirits, like this swarm of hosts.
Absolute
A swarm of
unit.
spirits.
Look at this absolute unit.
Size of those lands.
I turn to Scaldy and say, should I draw them towards us?
Maybe that they might just miss your friend, but I'm worried that they know that something's here. It might help, but it will bring their ire to us.
Okay. I'm just gonna fling a... I wouldn't know about the firebolt in that direction, just to make a big arc of
Sure. Arc of fire.
towards those 120 feet.
Yeah, make an attack roll. Yeah.
4 plus 5, 9.
Sails past them, hits the water, fizzles. But which one were you aiming at, by the way? This one or this one? This one, yeah. So this one, yeah. Now, like the spirits turn up.
Aerois.
Spears, swords, shields, all raised in this swarm of angry spirits.
Oh god, this is terrifying.
These ones will go.
That's the noise they make.
So the army of the dead.
Oh, they totally
Yeah.
bypass Aerois.
You're watching Ash versus the Evil Dead on Netflix, the TV show.
No.
Ash versus the Evil Dead. It's great. It's a lot of that. A lot of whooshing.
Sorry, are we sponsored by Netflix?
So these guys.
Not yet.
Not yet, no. Not until we make a...
Make it real big.
So if you can balance those guys. So the spirits actually rush into the group of you and surround Scaldy and Ayla.
Cool.
They take 3 radiant damage at the start of their turn then.
At the start of their turn, yes. And they basically swarm around them, and you can see they're slashing in military meshes, but the spirits' weapons are kind of half phasing through, like not having full effect, but they're just completely surrounding all of you. And then they will reach out towards Lucius, as you were the one that launched a fireball, and they try and reach out with their hands.
Spoop hands.
Their spoop hands. That is a 21 to hit.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
That's going to be 9 points of necrotic damage. This withering touch as all these blades and spears kind of strike against your skin, this cold, life-draining effect. The other ones just moves past.
Life draining, so
So
the...
they will dash. Can you basically put those like on top of Lucius and Scaldy?
Sure.
So they're basically like all swarming around in that area. And then these guys will go for Ayla.
These guys
a
move. But
14.
I guess they're unaffected by the water.
They're unaffected by the water. Yeah.
They're running on
they
top
just
of it.
run on top of it. Cool.
They're
That's everybody.
totally on top of us.
Quill.
Oh my god.
So quick.
Yeah, 'cause they're not slowed down by the water, basically.
Okay, I'm going to yell out to Nova. I guess it's like a bonus action or something, I guess.
Yeah, it's a free action to speak as long
Have you found the entrance yet?
Are you messaging me or like?
And he just
No,
yells
not
that.
message, just yelling.
You just yell that, that's it. That's all you get. You don't get a response
Okay,
until Nova's turn.
and I'll move to, I guess, in between these two, and I'm going to use my Word of Radiance. So both these boys in 5 feet take 2d6 on a Constitution save.
Constitution saving throw.
Yes.
So 16 for one, 10 for the other.
Okay, one of them takes 2d6.
Okay. We'll put A and B.
I'm surprised.
A will be the top one, the one closest to the camera.
Okay, 10 damage.
So that's 10. And that is radiant damage, yes?
Yes.
Yeah, so the light from your holy symbol or your wings or whatever it is, just bursts through, and many of them, like the spirits kind of shield their eyes, like, and then they just vanish, begin disappearing. But there's so many of them that they're all kind of coalesced together.
And then, as usual, swing my barrier ring.
Okay, bonus action.
Swing that ring.
Swing that ring. Nova.
Oh.
So you just watch as these spirits run towards your friends, and
If I'm concentrating on being invisible, I can still cast a cantrip though, right?
as long as it's not a concentration spell, yeah.
Cool. These guys are undead.
They are undead.
And I guess I've heard Quillo.
Yeah. It's muffled through the water, but you hear it clear enough.
Can I pop up?
Uh-huh.
Oh no, because it's gonna kill my invisibility.
What do you want to do? Go decide.
Oh, you've put me in a hard place.
What, is yelling going to
Yeah.
kill your invisibility?
I'm gonna pop up,
Yelling won't.
shout no,
Okay.
and then immediately swim. You said like this. I guess like trying to move this way. So.
Okay. Yeah, just put yourself. You've got 30 feet if you're going under the water. No, 15 feet. Sorry.
Oh.
Is that not like a swimming speed? Oh no, you're not swimming.
You don't have a
really,
swim
are you?
speed. If she's a water ganassi, I believe she gets one. But you don't need to breathe.
Air.
So you move over there, and then you can make an investigation check, or you can dash, so you can move another 15 feet.
Yeah, I'll dasharoo because
Okay.
I kind of checked this area, didn't I?
Or you checked the area near the war machine, yeah.
So if I checked here, would that? Do
So that would do like here,
that's
basically.
sort of
You've
here?
done like this. You've done like this piece of stone.
Okay.
This would be for like this piece, basically.
I'll
and
do
then this piece and this piece to check.
I'll investigate.
Okay. Yep. Investigation check.
4.
You begin searching around. You're like trying to pull at loose rocks. You can see that there are walls down here, maybe some like waterlogged doors. They don't seem to open. You can't find anything that indicates a passage. Okay. So after Nova, we go to the spirits go. So Spirit Swarm.
Both of them.
If the Spirit Swarm begins its turn, yeah, they're both on the same initiative as other creatures. Those creatures must make a Wisdom saving throw, which I believe is now Scaldi, Lucius, and Ayla twice.
Have they taken?
Not twice.
3 radiant
They have not.
damage?
Cool.
Yeah, 3 radiant each.
Okay, so they just take 3 radiant damage.
Yeah, it just says, and did creatures within 15 feet of
Wait.
Scaldi take 3 radiant damage at the start of their turn?
3 radiant damage.
I don't think they take it twice. I think, if anything, it's just Scaldi that takes it twice. Lucius isn't on there.
Yes, that's true. Okay, so Scaldi will make 2 Wisdom saving throws. Can Lucius and Ayla, well, I
What's
guess I'm
this
playing
for?
it. So they're around you. I'll describe it in a minute. Just roll the Wisdom saving
I'm an
throw.
elf.
Yep, trust me. Roll the Wisdom
5.
saving throw. It's not a charm effect.
You have advantage on saves against being frightened or possessed.
Who's Scaldi?
Everyone within.
This only
10
has
foot
one of
her.
those abilities.
Oh, really?
So we just did the 3 radiant damage one.
So Ayla failed, Scaldi failed, Wisdom
6.
saving throw 6, you all fail. So what happens is, as these creatures swarm around you, your mind is full, like, you just get these haunting visages as they scream towards you, slicing with their blades. These haunted, horrified soldiers mid-battle. Their mouths don't make a sound, but in your mind you hear anguish, screams, cries, and they just swarm all around you. You're going to take, jeez Louise, 3d8s, 2 7s and an 8.
Oh my god.
So that
down.
is 15, 22 psychic damage.
I'm down.
Whoa! Really?
Yeah.
He
You
was
weren't
on-
fully healed.
He was on 19. 19?
I was on. Yeah, it was enough. I did this.
I can't.
Oh,
track your hit
man.
points, sadly.
Okay, and how's Scalvy?
Scaldy also takes the same.
What was it? Oh, you did it.
How much did I just say? 20.
22. I
22.
think, yeah.
She is on
3.
3.
And that's from Max. Yep, pretty much.
And Ayla's.
That's
taken
like
that one.
their special
Yeah.
thing, that once they get you, once they surround you, they just assail your mind with this hideous power.
Oh my god damn. Injury check.
Oh, yeah.
Constitution saving throw?
Would you do an injury check on a psychic damage?
18.
No, I actually wouldn't.
Yeah.
No. So you
My
wouldn't.
head.
Yeah. You wouldn't.
Your arm just falls off.
That is on the start of their turn, unfortunately. They still get their normal attacks
What?
as well. So Quill, you blasted them with radiant energy. They're both going to try and assail you with their attacks.
God.
So that is a 8 on one and a 19 on the other one.
Yeah.
So you take 11 necrotic damage as these blows, these spears, blades,
Me.
short swords shove in.
Oh, SpaghettiOs.
Jeez. Did my damage not? Are they not?
Oh, they took full damage from your radiant damage.
But it wasn't like. Okay.
If you're asking if it killed them,
No, if they're weak to it.
they don't have vulnerability to it. No,
So how does vulnerability work? Is it just they
it
take?
deals double damage. Yeah, very very few things have vulnerability.
Yeah, I was
like
gonna say.
vampires have it and stuff like that. But that is the end of their go.
Oh. Okay.
And we go to Ayla, who will do a whack-in.
With her.
She will rage.
It's not a magical weapon though, is it?
Huh?
It's not a magical weapon.
It's not, sadly, no. She will rage. She's not going to reckless attack because she's currently quite hurt. Or will she?
I mean,
Lucius
She did,
just
and I
went
got a
down.
crit.
Wow.
I literally am like, should I do it? Oh, crit, good.
YOLO.
YOLO. That is 6 double to 12 plus another 6, 18, half to 9. 22 to that one. And then her second attack, she will also reckless. 16 plus a lot, that still hits. That is 8 plus that's 14, half to 7.
and then a zapping.
And then a zapping for both of them, I think. They fail.
Is there anything within 5 feet?
I don't know, but I will do it for now. And then when Katie's back, she can correct me. They both fail. They both take another 6 lightning damage, which they are both resistant to, so they take half.
Poops.
Damn it. If they're resistant to it and they save against it, is that quartered?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it is. That's
learning
Ayla's go.
so much
Orion.
today.
Cool.
So you watch like Lucius's body just into the water. Lucius's body is now underwater as well, by the way.
Oh, cool.
Oh, right, yep.
So he's technically going to drown.
He's going to
Does that like wake him up?
No. So Orion, what would you like to do? Pop up. You're
Yeah.
currently hidden from them, so
I
you would have
am.
advantage and stuff.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Well, I'll pop up and I'll stick him with my longbow.
Okay. So you whip out the longbow like Rambo. It's literally a Rambo moment.
Kill count comes
Yeah.
up.
Yes.
You have advantage. So here are hidden.
21.
21 hits easily.
Cool. D8 plus 3, and I'll do sneak attack as well. It's,
D8 plus 3.
so
plus
D8
sneak
plus
attack.
3. What's 4 plus sneak attack? 5.
5. It's not a magical longbow, is it? So
No,
it's halved.
my
Is that
rapier
to
is-
A or B?
That
B
will
is
be-
closest.
B.
Okay. That is 2 points of damage, unfortunately.
So wait, was
It's not
that-
magical?
Was that to be or not to be?
Good question.
Anything else you want to do?
Lol.
move or bonus action?
Can I just go underwater again?
Yeah, you just want to. Yeah, you can make a
Yeah.
stealth check.
Stealth
hide.
check.
Yep.
You're no longer invisible.
No,
Yeah.
she's no longer invisible. She can bonus action hide.
Nat 1.
Okay. I mean, it still counts.
Yeah,
so,
7
add it
total.
up. Lucius,
Okay.
saving throw, and then Scaldy
That's
actually.
a 2.
2.
that's
a
one
death saving
fail.
throw. Scaldy's go.
Scully would heal.
Yeah, Scaldy would heal.
Okay, she's gonna healing word Lucius
Uh huh.
for D4, right?
D4 plus her wisdom modifier.
Oh, that's great. The guy who
3.
controls him gets all the heals. Unbelievable.
You could heal.
Her wisdom is plus 3.
Won't.
Wow.
And then she'll probably cantrip after that.
Okay.
She'll word of radiance cantrip.
She's gonna word of radiance.
2 constitution saving throws. A passes, B fails, so 1d6 radiant damage.
That's a 1.
So 1.
You're the worst at throwing.
Doing super well for now.
Does she not turn undead or anything as a cleric?
No, she's not a full cleric. Okay. She's an NPC. Will Scaldy move? Because she's currently in between both of these things.
You tell me. It's your character.
I think she will move. I was going to try and save myself some time, but I think that she would. She can't disengage.
She's on
actually.
3 HP.
Yeah, but she can't disengage at this point either. But then at the start of their turn, she's going to take damage. She will. No, she'll stay where she is for now and hope that you guys get her up.
I don't like that it's gotten so dire that Mark has taken over.
No, it's not that bad. I just wanted to make a thing. So at the start of their turn, her lantern's still going, so they each take 3 radiant damage.
Nice.
So they burn slightly, like the light kind of blinding them and searing their eyes. And then at the start of their turn, Ayla, Lucius, and Scaldy.
How is it their turn again?
Because it's been a full round of combat.
Where was I?
Yeah, you moved and you did an investigate check. Like,
But then what did they just do that just wiped out the party?
I haven't had a turn.
they didn't. That was like their turn.
So why are you
You
talking
did. You
about
took it at the
them
beginning of the turn.
turn again?
I don't think that is their turn.
Yeah.
Because all I did was they had the thing at the start of their turn.
Yeah.
Then they damaged me.
Attacked. Yeah.
I haven't done anything since then.
Have you not done anything else? Like, because Aerois, Lucius, Nova all went, Ayla went. So maybe I just missed you.
Yeah, I think
you take your go now.
Might have just missed me.
I think I might have just missed you. You take your go, but everybody else has had a turn since they did their big attack.
Okay, so yeah.
Scaldy
Okay.
healed Lucius. Lucius made a death
they're
saving
at the
throw.
top of initiative.
Huh?
Where are they in the initiative order?
Technically, they're above Lucius, but I fucked it up, so I moved them to after.
And I'm top of.
You're the top.
Yeah.
Quill is the top, basically.
Right,
I think
yeah.
I just missed Quill.
I think that's where it got confusing is when I missed mine. So I have a channel divinity.
Yep.
They're not celestial, elemental, or fey or fiend, are they?
No.
But I
They
have,
are undead.
as an action, turn undead.
Cool.
What does
What
that
do I
do? It doesn't actually say what it does.
It makes them
probably in your
flee-
feature
makes
and
them
traits.
frightened of you.
Yeah, it says
Does.
channel divinity, arcane abjuration, but I can also do turn undead. It's not saying what.
It's a character
actually
feature rather than a spell.
So if you
Yeah,
go
it's
to
not a
features
spell.
and traits,
Yeah, I'm on there. It's not showing it turn undead.
Well, that's where the old player's handbook comes in.
Yeah, I've got arcane abjuration, and it also says channel divinity, turn undead.
But it doesn't tell you what turn undead does.
No.
That's interesting. Channel divinity. Turn undead. As an action, you present your holy symbol and speak a prayer censuring the undead. Each undead that can see or hear you within 30 feet must make a wisdom saving throw. If the creature fails its saving throw, it is turned for 1 minute or until it takes any damage.
Oh, I see.
A turned creature must spend its turn trying to move as far away from you as it can, and it can't willingly move to a space within 30 feet of you.
Yeah,
It
so
also
that's-
can't take reactions.
Yeah, it says that for arcane abjuration. I'm just confused if I have turn undead
Yes,
and
you do have
arcane
both.
abjuration.
Yes, arcane abjuration is from your arcana domain. Turn undead is as a base cleric.
Okay. Oh, but I can do arcane abjuration and not use an action.
Yes, it does still take an action. And arcane abjuration is you using channel divinity instead of turn undead. They are the same thing, but arcane abjuration affects creatures that aren't just undead.
I see.
It affects magical creatures.
I'm learning so much.
turn them!
It's almost
I'm
like
gonna
breed things.
plant my staff into the ground and
Turn undead.
Turn
so they each
undead.
make a wisdom saving throw. So what's your spell save?
15.
15. They have a +1.
Do they?
Super bad. I'm so super sorry. That's 18 and a 16. Yeah.
Oh,
Plus
God.
one each. So 19 and 17.
That's your go.
So you slam the thing in, the light explodes outwards, and the creatures kind of turn, stunned for a moment, but then their eyes kind of refocus, and they are no longer afraid. You have a bonus action.
I do have a bonus action. So Lucius was just healed, but
Scaldy's
not
on.
for
Scaldy's
much.
bad.
Scaldy's mega bad. God damn.
But also, I mean, yeah, you can heal. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna have to heal. So Scaldy's mega bad. I'll heal Scaldy with a. I can actually do the. I need to remember the name of these. Cure wounds. I'll do a cure wounds on Scaldy.
Is that a bonus action?
No. I'll do it. I'll do the healing word. on Scaldy. That and that. 4 plus 2, 6.
Plus wisdom.
Yeah, that's
Oh, that was it.
yeah, that was it.
So
So
6
6
HP.
total for a level 2 spell. Phenomenal.
No, if it was level 2, you rolled twice, right?
Yeah, 2d4 plus 2.
Right, what did you get on the 2d4?
A 3 and a 1.
Oh, 3 and a 1. I thought you rolled a 4 and a 2. That's why I was
Yeah.
confused. Okay.
It was a bad roll.
Yep. Okay.
And I can't really get away from them.
Not without
So I'll
opportunity attacks.
stay plant. Actually, I'll just nudge around so that I'm away
You
from
can't
the-
get both of them. Both of them can't make attacks against you, which is what they did last time.
Yes. Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Okay. At the start of their turn, Lucius, Ayla, and Scaldy all have to make wisdom saving throws.
Do they still take 3 radiant damage?
I've already marked that 3 radiant damage down.
Natural 20.
You got a natural 20?
24.
Ayla gets very high. Scaldy also gets very high. So you're going to take half damage, I believe? Yeah, half damage.
I'm still
You
dead.
get knocked down.
Well, let's hope I don't roll like I did last time. I didn't. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You take 4 psychic damage that time. That's the difference. 3d8 can be crazy high
Yeah.
or crazy low.
Yeah.
2 HP.
Dicey.
But then the thing is though,
Nice.
that is at the start of their turn from you just being surrounded by their bodies. You're assailed by these horrific images. Then they will turn, one of them will make an attack against Quill, the other one will make an attack against Ayla. Quill, that's a natural 1, so it's a 7. Against Ayla, that is a 16, which also doesn't hit her. Her AC is 17. So she like knocks it away. I know that we're basically out of time, but I would like to try and finish this combat. You guys
Yeah.
okay?
Let's do it, yeah.
It's okay. So we're going to keep going for a second, guys. We don't have anything directly after us. So that was the proper spirit's turn. Now it is Quill's turn again, because he's in his proper place in the initiative order.
Okay. So Lucius is fine right now, is he? Or
He's
up?
on 2.
He's on 2.
He's standing. I'll
He's wheezing.
cycle round again. So
And you can see that the spirits are definitely being injured. Their numbers are being thinned out. In fact, one of them is on half hit points, which is important for me to note.
right, I'll use one of my rare level 3 spells. And it's going to be a healing, no, cure wounds on Lucius.
Okay, level 3 cure wounds, 3d8.
Thank you.
Oh, wow, 3 6s. So 6, 12, 18.
Plus 2.
Plus 2.
What's your wisdom now?
Plus 4.
There you go.
22 DiMaggio.
Oh, wow.
Healed.
Pelagios.
Wrong one!
Beautiful.
That was your action.
That was my action, and I have no bonus actions to speak of.
Bardic inspiration, I guess.
I've run out.
Yep, there you go.
So that's it.
Okay,
And I've already moved, so.
okay. So after Quill, Nova.
Yeah. So I think I probably would have heard Lucius
I
scream
mean,
a
yeah,
little bit.
you're hearing all of this battle, yeah.
I'm gonna pop up out of the water,
Okay, yep.
and I would like to cast Chill Touch on the one
The range on Chill Touch.
120 foot.
That doesn't make any sense.
Chill, tut, big.
Wait, it's you summon a ghostly hand.
Because I summon a ghost hand. That
Sure,
touches.
okay.
Don't worry,
Not
I've been reading the words for this for the last 5 minutes. Okay,
Do it.
so spell attack.
Yep, spell attack, which one, A or B?
The one nearest.
B is closest.
Yeah, the one closest to me. So
that's to B.
17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24.
Yep, hits. What kind of damage is it?
Necrotic.
Don't roll damage.
You dingus.
Immune.
Necrotic.
Which Orion knew but couldn't tell you.
You dangus.
So you summon this ghostly hand, it touches the spirits, but just they seem completely unaffected by it.
You dongus.
Hey! At least I'm doing something.
Scaldy.
That's the most anyone has ever healed in any game ever.
She's
For the
going
first
to do
the first
another.
Episode 29.
World radiant.
Okay.
We're gonna play this game.
You-
We're gonna play this game.
No, you reroll. I failed on both actually, so D6.
Use necrotic damage against an enemy, a done dead.
6.
Can I
6
pop
points
back
of
down
damage.
again, by the way, at the end of that?
So sassy.
No, because you can't hide as an act as a bonus
Assault.
action.
No,
It's an action for you to
I
hide.
just want to go back up.
I mean, you can duck under the water, but you're not hidden. So
Cover?
it's 6, wasn't it? Okay, yeah. As she holds the lantern up, it flares brightly, and more of the spirits begin burning away. One of them is reduced heavily in number. The other one is now about down to half as many as it was.
Oh, we're actually dissipating.
Yeah.
The hordes.
The horde of the spirits. Yeah. That was her action.
Bonus action, healing word on herself.
Okay. Yep, you can roll that. Just roll it and add a hit points.
Do they still have disadvantage though? Like, because it says if you hit an undead target, it also has disadvantage on attack rolls against you.
That's really interesting. It deals necrotic damage.
Yeah.
But on an
That's
undead
why it's
creature, I mean,
like-
they would have disadvantage, yeah, if it says
Yeah.
that undead have disadvantage on their next attack roll, but they're immune to necrotic damage.
Yeah,
I don't know
so
what to
it's
tell you.
I just have this weird idea of a hand just kind of like holding them a little bit,
It's like
so they
holding
can't.
them back. Yeah. Yeah, that works. So was it? They have disadvantage on the next attack roll.
Against me though.
Against you.
So-
No, yeah, pointless.
Just make them feel a little bit better.
Well, remember that when you run and
Alright.
save us all.
Hello.
I guess.
You wait, bird boy.
Just you wait.
I am
bird.
torn.
I'm gonna come in and attack you.
My rapier is magical.
Your rapier is magical.
It's a magical boy.
It's like one of the few people with a magical weapon is like, sorry guys, I'm over here now.
Yeah, I'm just like,
Me too as well. Yeah.
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 In fact, the two people with magical weapons.
I'm just gonna hit you with this necrotic thing, right?
It's like I'm out.
Just gonna give you a little tickle.
I might just run up to boy B and just
Yeah.
smack
So
him
you
with
can
my
use your
rapier.
movement to go 15. You were that one, yeah.
Yeah.
Start from that one.
10, 15.
Yep, and then you could bonus action dash to go another 15.
Yar.
Rogue.
5, 10.
Yep, and then you're in melee range. Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice, cool. And I want to give him a schmack.
Yep.
Slash a fool.
14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
It's going to hit.
Fantastic.
You get sneak attack because
Sneak
you've got
attack,
Ayla next
please.
to it.
Yep,
And
so
I believe
D6.
this is the hunter's prey as well.
Yes, so it's 2d6 and a d8 plus 4. 20. D8 plus 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. No, 4. That's 8,
Plus another
16,
8. 16.
24.
What?
No,
12.
12.
Have you got 8 from a
16.
4?
8, d8 plus 4.
So 8.
So that's 4, that's 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 16.
Yeah.
Maths!
Maths. And that whole damage goes through, in fact, actually.
Nice.
Because it's a magical weapon. The rapier strikes in. It's like carved from dragon
Bone,
isn't it?
yeah.
Like the hilt of it, and then the metal itself just slices through and cuts down several of these spirits at once as Aerois' blade just
Damn.
cuts through. Great job. And that one seems like the spirits are heavily dissipated now, on the verge of collapse. Ayla will do a whack in. Whack 1. Is a hit
Nice.
for 9 halved 4. She'll target the injured one, which is enough to destroy the last remaining spirit here.
Oh, nice.
Goodbye.
And then she will move next to the next one and give that a whack in. But that is a miss, unfortunately. That was a 2 and a 3, even with Reckless. After Ayla, it is Lucius.
If I move away from this horde, I'm going to get opportunity.
Yep.
I'm going to disengage and move away.
Okay, action. Disengage, move
Are you
away.
only
15
take-
feet.
But you're only taking damage because you're on their space.
That is at the start of their turn, yes. If you are in their space,
I see.
they...
That's what I mean. If you
Personal space.
if you just left their space by 1, you wouldn't.
But he's also ranged attacker. He doesn't need to be...
I'm going to get disadvantage on all my spells.
Yeah.
So
Oh, so what? Okay. I think I would have done it. I'm not sure if I've done it.
Spirits, it's only Scaldy now that's
yeah,
in
turn undead.
range, because Trots doesn't move her.
Yeah, dude.
When do my controller and one die?
This whole time, I did one round where I was like, actually, I think she'll do this.
I need an adult.
So that is going to be a 16, which is a pass, so she's going to take half damage from the beginning assault. That's 8, 12, half to 6. 6 psychic damage she takes. But then at the beginning of their turn, they take 3 from her lantern. And then they will attack Ayla, who they have advantage against.
Nice.
15, that's going to hit.
All right, Ree, just mumbling to yourself.
I'm just like, oh no.
Damage.
No.
Ayla takes a bunch of damage, but she's still up and standing and fighting as they try and reach out, and you watch the skin turn pale grey. Quill, back up to you.
Okay, I will do a. I'll do a level 2 guiding bolt
Okay.
because I'll get right through them.
Range spell.
Oh no, ranged spell attack.
It'd be a disadvantage if you fire at this.
Yeah, I didn't realise.
You can take an opportunity attack.
I love that model so much.
I mean,
Pretty cool, isn't it?
It's so
The
good.
Good old
ghosts.
Warhammer.
how many boys are left in that horde?
Not many. It's hard to tell. They're kind of swirling. They blend between each other.
Okay, I'll try and dip.
That is a 24
Oh my god.
for 7 points of necrotic damage.
Oh, okay. That's not the worst. Not ideal, but not the worst. Well, for that, I'm going to cast it at level 3. Screw you. Level 3 Guiding Bolt, 66. Please hit.
Much.
19 plus.
Hits.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Spaffing our spells before we even get inside.
What do you need?
My D6 back, that one. Yeah, here we go, boy! Oh my god! 6, 12, 14,
many
16,
Just 'cause I dissed
19,
you.
24 damage.
You had 8 HP left.
So many
You
D6.
said there were not many left.
Yeah, I didn't say that. I just said there were not many left. It had 8 HP left.
Yeah, but he's fucking dead.
Yeah. You watch as Quill just throws his wing out and a blizzard of white feathers just sails through the swarm, and then there is just nothing left but, faint mist.
Like One Punch Man.
One punch.
As it is left empty. The spirits have been defeated.
We are waiting until morning. That's all I'm saying.
I did suggest that.
Sure. I'm guessing just before we wrap up the episode, are you going to continue investigating Nova?
Yeah.
So you find that underneath here, this large bit here, it's like an overhang, and as you kind of swim underneath and look, you can see that there is, it probably would have once been like a ground floor, where the rest of it has kind of sunken down, this remained the same, and that there is like a trap door that you have to, it's already open, so it's a flooded passage. So to get down into the lower depths, you're going to have to swim through these passages, basically.
Oh, God.
But you find it.
Swimming's like flying, isn't it?
Just
Same thing.
underwater.
And you can't breathe.
Thanks very much. We wanted to go a bit longer just to make sure that combat was finished.
Yeah, what a messy combat that was.
Yeah, that was definitely, Some elements unexpected, some elements like really high 3d8 damage rolls.
Yeah.
2 7s and an 8. That's twice I've done that now, I
Crikey.
think. But yeah, we're going to read some donations. We have to use the iPads because the screen's broke, I think. So
Thank
we're gonna read
you.
those. But thanks for sticking around.
For sticking around for that horrible,
Thrilling conclusion.
horrible, gruesome battle.
I was having some Sentry flashbacks.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like,
I didn't think it was going to go that bad.
No.
Okay, should we get through this?
yeah,
Scary.
you just
That-
rattle through them.
That big old slash on you.
Frank, the
You
NPC
should be
donated the
scared.
slots are back for another exciting day of adventure. Episode prediction: upon visiting the site of Quill's greatest defeat, the group is confronted with their toughest enemy yet, Quill's reanimated arm.
Oh.
Nightjar donated, saying heart, thank you very much. Ola Rev donated, thank you very much. Sergeant Death donated, second time getting to watch live, sadly. I'm far from my D&D group, so hello from the deserts of the Middle East.
Beans.
Wow.
Generic Evil Genius donated, my friends and I just got back from a week of playing D&D at a cabin we rented in the woods. 5 days straight of DMing is exhausting, but I wouldn't
Wow.
trade the experience for anything. Now I'm home for
amazing.
what better way to relax than with my favorite D&D stream. Thank you very much. The Shadier Twin donated, new listener to the podcast, still getting to know Aerois, but I wanted to let you guys know how much I'm enjoying your campaign. Well, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Exoids
Appreciado.
donated, I love Nova for noticing that the Prime might want Sentry in Guardian form. Was worried about that also. Mark, how does it work with the Guardian soul going into a reincarnated body? Do they gain an afterlife? Maybe you should watch.
Maybe you should watch Behind the Screen, where I literally answered this question
There you
yesterday.
go.
Wait, how did Trot know that?
Yeah, how did Trot know that?
Yeah.
How did you know?
He might
You
have
said
answers.
before we started today's
In his
stream
behind the
that
screen.
you
Curious.
brought that up.
Curious.
I didn't say specifically that.
Well, I'm doing your
question
XP,
answer.
so...
Singing Art Bird donated. Hey, HR, it's been super fun to re-binge the Aerois and Lightfall series while drawing on work. Quick question, would you ever consider making another story so far animatic like you did in Lightfall? Happy rolls.
Probably not an animatic, but we have talked about trying to do like
A summary.
a summary
Yeah.
episode of everything up to now, because we think that now's a good point for people to come in, so...
That
The Savona
almost
Chronicles.
melted my PC making that.
Yeah.
What, the intro?
No, the story so
The
far.
story so far we did for like
So many layers. But yeah, a summary would be a good idea.
Yeah.
It's Zach Games donated over a hundo. 132.
Wow.
Dollary Dingoes. Hi everyone,
Wow.
thanks for setting up the High Rollers Discord. It's thanks to you that I started DMing for a group of friends I made there. I hope this is enough to bribe you, Mark, to dress up as Bowsette next stream.
Not next stream,
doesn't-
but one day.
wow.
One day she'll be back.
Don't need
return.
Before we continue with donations, would you like your XP for the session?
Yes,
Straight away to be able
Daddy.
to do this.
Sure.
1,080 experience each.
Wow!
It's almost like multiple
1080.
combats net you a lot of XP.
See, there was a reason we did this.
Yeah.
No.
What was that?
1,080 each.
1080p.
1080p.
1080
1080 XP.
Nice.
Oh my god.
That's
Metamaru
crazy.
Quarter Hundo, thank you. Frank the NPC donated a break here. I assume my episode prediction today was wrong. I will get it spot on one day. Shall I just keep going?
Yeah, just
Yeah.
might as well.
Enacola or Enacola or Enacola
Oh,
Yeah.
hello.
donated. First time donating. Thanks for brightening up my Sundays, everyone. Love that more of you stream video games regularly now. Mark, please confirm that Vala is my adopted daughter. I need her to be safe. Thank you for your artwork. It's amazing.
It's
Yes.
I say nothing.
Ace of Thorns donated. Those are some shocking developments. If I'm the only one to say that, it's an awesome comment. If not, I'll see myself out. Hugs either way. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I think you were the only one.
Realm of Madness donated. I've been waiting to donate for so long, and now I want to thank you all for all you do and helping me get back into D&D, make friends, and so much more. Also, and I would like to kill to get a game with you all. Well, you could if you get the VIP ticket.
Yeah.
At your con.
P.S. Mark, you are my god. Love you.
Wow, that's a bit extreme.
You're like Siaska to him.
Wow. Don't
Or
make me
Starbane.
your god.
Or Hesper.
Yeah.
I'm more of a Starbane.
Wait.
Paris, thank you for your generous
Still knows his
donation.
dad.
Woody but spooped donated.
Hey, Woody.
Ghosts. Thank you very much.
Go.
Azul Aura donated. We had no daddies this week, and of the 116 people who bet, 23 were correct. Y'all are the best, and even though life has been really shit in the past month, this stream always manages to bring a smile to my face. I'm glad we could do something to help.
So wait, the daddies, do they have to come from you? Because I think we had a daddy
Yes.
from Mark.
Yeah, it has to come from Lucius.
Has to come.
I don't know the rules, man. Ask Azul Aura. Vevlar.
I think they have to come from Lucia.
Yes.
There you go. Vevlar donated. Oh, no. Samurai mech arm for Quill today. Oh, well, maybe next time. Winky face.
Like
Is that what you
Sekiro.
want? You want a fucking Sekiro
That's
on?
why I'm playing Sekiro so much. I want inspiration. I want an axe blade, a spear, you name it. I got it. Grapple iron. Grapple hook! I have a grapple hook! Give me a grapple hook.
Carry on.
And the last one is Moochie the Cat with 1,000 Twitch bits saying, great stuff, y'all. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hey, big thank you to Sid today for sticking around.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
thank
run a
you,
bit
Sid.
late. Thanks, Sid. Thanks
Thank
for
you
being
very much.
awesome on the map cam as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking love it. Great gerb.
Amazing
We will see you
work.
guys. We're back next week, aren't we?
Yeah.
We're back next week.
But
wouldn't
it's
we be?
British summertime. We
Yes.
lose an hour.
So it's just an hour.
That was a hard sneeze.
Back.
Check your clocks.
So we're an hour earlier.
WorldTimeBuddy.com. Check your time zones.
Yes, we're an hour earlier.
Like, because I can't remember which
Check
way
out
round
Twitter
it
as well.
goes.
We'll say when we're...
It's
Yeah,
spring
check-
back, fall forward.
Check
So-
Twitter, check everything. Be sure,
We'll
be
let you know.
safe, drive safe.
Take care.
Don't
We'll see you
drink
next
too
time in
much.
Aerois, friends.
Kiss
as
your
the
mum
party
for me.
descend into
Madness.
a good old classic dungeon crawl next week. Dungeon time!
Yay!